Okay.
All right. Now, welcome to the Pivot Workshop series, everyone, that is organized in conjunction with the Rapid Response and Recovery Program in Malaysia. Now, the Rapid Response and Recovery Program is an initiative of Youth Business International being rolled out across 32 countries around the world with the support of Google.org, the philanthropic arm of Google, and is implemented in Malaysia by Startup Malaysia. Now, if you're new here, the Pivot Workshop series is a series of 3 to 4 hour workshop where we discuss relevant topics to help small business owners in navigating their daily business challenges due to the pandemic. And aside from the series of free workshops and webinars, we also have a 6-week intense coaching and mentoring that you can also benefit from. And the next cohort begins on the 6th of September, 2021. To give you a better picture of the program, we actually have prepared a short clip for you. So I will be sharing my screen. Okay, so before I forget, if you haven't followed us on social media yet, please do so to access more free resources, tricks and tips that may be beneficial to your business. And also for any more free programs coming up in the future, and we will announce the series of free workshops that's happening in September very, very soon. So a few housekeeping rules before we begin today. Please keep your microphone muted at all times to avoid any interruptions. And should you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the chat box or as when the trainer cues you in. And we will also be taking photos as in screenshots from time to time, and they will be shared on all of our social media platforms, which means if you are not comfortable for your picture to be featured on social media, please do keep your cameras off. Now, before we begin, let's take a quick group photo. We would really appreciate it if you can turn on your cameras though. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. Let's just wait for a few more seconds for people to turn on the cameras. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Smile, everyone. Very nice. Thank you.
So many early birds.
Saturday morning.
I know. Amazing.
Okay, now let's start our workshop for today. So today we will be learning about Facebook Live workshop. And our trainer for today is none other than Hanniz Lam. She runs a creative agency, Best Events Productions, which is currently working on Facebook Live selling solution. They produce their own tech-related events, such as the Global Drone Conference and Hackathon, and create pop-up art experiences for brands to engage with their audience. Hanniz is also the host of Malaysian Entrepreneur Network with 5,000 over members and communications director in the Malaysian Autonomous Intelligence and Robotics Association. So without further ado, over to you, Hanniz.
Hi everybody. So happy to see you on a Saturday morning. I hope everybody's feeling all right. Geared up for the weekend. Okay, all right. So today I'm going to cover 3 main areas. Okay. One is the equipment that you might need when you want to go live. It's not going to be too expensive. So we're going to start off with the basics first before hopefully in another session we can go into the second dive. That means the more technical sessions. But today I just want to introduce you to Facebook Live for Business. And then the next session after we cover the equipment, we'll be covering how to go live. That means we'll go into your dashboard, your Facebook page dashboard, and tell you where to click and whatnot. All right, and then how you can monetize if possible. And for the last part of the day, we will actually go into the 7 types of Facebook Lives you can do for yourself. Just to give you some ideas, and then we'll go into some samples. So I would like it to be as interactive as possible. I will be playing a video because sometimes I'm worried that the internet connection might be a bit unsteady. So I have recorded a bit and then I'll stop the recording and then we will discuss, and you give me your feedback and your questions and all that. But throughout the video, do feel free to put your comments in the chat, right? Anything you want to share, anything you want to ask, this is the time to do it, because we are going to go live afterwards together. All right. So how many of you have already gone live? Put it in the chat. Yes or no? No. Okay. Quite a number of no's. Some yeses. Peggy, you've gone live also, yeah? That's great. That's a good start. Guess, have you gone live? Yeah,
Yes,
no?
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
great. Delina has. I didn't know. Juliana, not yet. Okay, so a few are already familiar with it. Maybe later in the chat box, you can tell me why you have not started, and what you really want to learn out of this, what you want to get out of this workshop. Okay, and then we'll see how we can help you. So I'm gonna now share my screen. If you cannot hear me properly, maybe you can try headphones. Okay, because sometimes, who knows, the volume from the laptop might not be as loud as when you put on headphones. All right. So let's go.
Hi, I'm Hanniz, and I'm happy to be presenting Facebook Live for Business. So today we'll be talking about the developments of Facebook Live trends, and then we will move into the equipment that we need to go live. Before we go live, we teach you how to go live with confidence. So for those who are not ready, who have not actually gone live, don't worry, it's going to be as simple as possible, so that when you are done with today's workshop, you should be able to be ready to go live and to practice before before you actually go and go live on your page. So lots of practice will be needed, definitely, like anything, any new hobby or any new skill that you need to develop. So let's just dive into it, right? So before we go into that, I just want to introduce a little bit about myself. I'm Hanniz, and I am the co-founder of Best Fit Events Productions. We are actually a trade show organizer, but we have put trade shows on hold as physical events are not permitted at this moment. But we have actually embarked into the IT software industry. And what we do is we actually sell Facebook Live selling solutions, CRM solutions, and sales and marketing solutions. So about me, I've been running this company since 2008 with my partner, who joined me about 3 years ago. We have various clients, as you can see here, and what we really enjoy is really to help businesses meet their potential clients, whether offline or online. And that's what we are here for. We are here to help businesses connect to each other. And I do enjoy talking about Facebook Live a lot. I do enjoy talking about social commerce, e-commerce, and of course about a lot of other things, especially technology based, right? So okay, let's dive into our topic for today, and just a little cover to get us in the big picture. So the future of business is not really just about being able to make a living and for people to make more money and go public, but it's more about actually making a difference. Okay, sometimes we are forced to think that we've been put on earth to make as much money as possible, to be successful. But money does not always equal success, and you shouldn't be comparing your success to other people's success. Okay, whatever makes you happy is what matters. That's what I'm going to start off with. And so let's talk about Facebook Live. What is it used for? Who here has used Facebook Live? Put it in the chat if you have, and if you've not, just write in the chat. There is no right or wrong answer. Okay, and basically, as you know, Facebook Live actually rolled out their feature in 2016, and it's there to actually help brands, personal brands, it's to help brands as well as personalities or influencers or individuals to engage more with their audience, as well as to sell more for those who are selling online. So my question to you would be, do you want to create more engagement to sell more of your products or services? If the answer is yes, then great, you're at the right workshop. Okay. What Facebook does is actually it helps you engage more with your audience. Audience meaning people who come to your page, or the people that you plan to sell to or plan to teach, right? And by using Facebook Live, so it gets direct feedback from your audience with Q&A sessions. It generates a long-lasting relationship to promote your products. It generates hype for your campaigns, and the best part is you get real-time insights. It's not like when we used to maybe place advertisements in the papers or in the cinemas. There's no exact figure of how many people actually manage to view your ad, but in terms of Facebook, all the figures are there to see how your posts or your videos are doing in general. And so Facebook, as I mentioned before, launched their live video feature in 2016, and it's made a huge impact around the world. So it enables us to stream our everyday lives, exciting events, or we can even follow our favorite user stories as they come along, right? And some facts that I need to share with you is that from now, the trends have changed, right, over the years. So users rather than read social posts, that means written content, 82% of people prefer to view a live video from a brand. What about you? Do you watch live videos on Facebook or on YouTube or on LinkedIn? These are some of the platforms you can actually watch live videos, whether it's a cooking show or it's a live shopping show or some adventure or some experiment that people are running, or just daily a daily look into somebody's life. So there are many ways that people are watching live videos, and 45% of live video viewers are willing to pay for exclusive live video content, because there's a lot of free videos nowadays, right? There's so many educational sources which you can get from Google naturally, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, so many sources of education. So when it comes to freebies, usually, yes, you can learn a lot from them, but when you want to go deeper into a subject, you usually need to pay a small sum at least for the creator. And Facebook Live has got 330% more searches only for 1 year. And according to YouTube, mobile video viewing rised by 100% year on year. So having a video in an email even increases the click-through rate up to 300%. That's the importance of videos. So when it comes to purchasing a product, 90% of all users find a video useful before deciding to purchase a product. And Facebook Live videos produce 6 times as many interactions as traditional videos. And Facebook Live videos get 10 times more comments than regular videos. The reason being is because the live host is actually talking to the audience, asking them questions, asking back for feedback. So that's why a lot of comments are in real time. And 81.2% of businesses use Facebook to post video content. So some things that we will be going through. would be how to get started with Facebook Live, how to use the Facebook Live Creator Studio, creating your first broadcast, tweaking your settings when you broadcast, scheduling your live event, inviting people to your scheduled event, getting your ideas in order before going live, so your content calendar, being comfortable in front of the camera, confident in front of the camera, and then a little bit about how to sell on Facebook Live. Okay, so when it comes to going live, some of you might be thinking that you need to invest a lot of time or a lot of money to get the right equipment, but when you're starting out, you don't really have to spend too much. The basic thing you need would be your phone, because your phone camera should be good enough to actually capture the action behind the scenes. Your mobile phone will also have a strong enough audio, but of course later on when you want to actually upgrade, you can buy a DSLR camera, which guarantees you a more crisp video, as well as an external microphone. So that will be the video source and audio source. And then when it comes to lighting, super important as well. Right now I'm using natural lighting because it's the daytime, but when you want to shoot any time of the day without worrying whether it's rainy or dark or cloudy outside, it's good to have complementary lighting equipment beside you. So for example, two lights beside you, maybe one in front of you like a ring light and one is behind. So I'm going to go through that later. And then like I'm using right now a tripod so that I don't have to hold the phone which I'm using to record this, and I don't have to worry about my hands being shaky when I'm shooting. But again, it's because I'm teaching, right? I'm using I'm using this video to teach. But when you're going live, and for possible that you might be showing your something's happening and all that with your phone, you might need a stabilizer. So that means you'll be moving around. You're not going to be just stationary like I am now. So you will need a stabilizer to ensure that the camera does not shake. Okay, and that's something that will make people not want to feel sick when suddenly the camera moves too much. And then sometimes you need a Bluetooth remote to control the start-stop of the recording, or pausing of the recording. And if you are outside a lot, which is not so common nowadays, but in case next time when you're shooting outside and you're worried that you don't have enough power for your phone, then you definitely need a power bank. Okay, so that's some of the basic things that I wanted to touch on, and then I'm going to go in depth into the equipment that I just mentioned earlier. So in terms of video source, a decent video will actually produce high quality broadcast and attracts more people to your live streams. Okay, there are two types of cameras that I just want to mention today, because this is something for you to start on. So webcam is something that you will find on your laptop, at the top of your screen. So this is actually a simple video setup. So and also your laptop also comes with an inbuilt audio, right? So what happens is the webcam connects directly to your computer, have the built-in microphone, and are perfect for live chat, for gaming streams if you're into that. Also Q&As and many more types of content. And modern webcams offer 1080p videos, which is a very good quality output, high video resolution. So they are often the most easy thing to have in your hands when starting out your live videos or live streams. So when you're ready, you're confident already, you're making a lot of progress in terms of audience engagement, people are coming to your live shows, they're liking you, they're liking the content, they're liking what you're trying to tell them or teach them or sell them. So you will want to invest in an external camera, the DSLR camera. So this is called a digital single lens reflex camera. So what it does is it captures really high res footage, and it's basic. People find it pleasing to the eye. Okay, and there's a depth of field, so you can actually see yourself in a more 3D kind of feature versus your background and things like that. Okay, but when we're talking about DSLR, because it's an external gadget, so there will be some cables you will need to attach to your laptop. And also when it comes to cables, then there will also be connectors. You might need more USB ports, because like if you're using a laptop like mine, we only have 2 USB ports, so not enough. If you want to have the camera, you want to have the microphone, you want to have a ring light, for example, you need an external USB port, so you can put more USB cables into it. Okay, and next, just as an info to you, right? If you're not shooting in your studio or at home, you're outside, you can actually use camcorders, and these cameras actually for professional video recording. It offers 4K resolution, producing crystal clear HDMI outputs, and guarantee the smoothest video you'll ever be able to produce. The next one is if you're into action scenes, right? You're following people in the scene of the fire, or a rescue mission, or some breaking news thingy. So action cameras could be something that you can invest in. These are small yet extremely powerful video cameras designed to film action-packed scenes. So like you've seen cyclists on the mountains. You know, they go their videos are super clear and still very, you know, very satisfying to watch. Also, you would have seen people who bungee jump, for example, or even go snow skiing on slopes, and they, you know, you can see them actually going off cliffs and things like that. So a video encoder, just to let you know, is also a device that converts your live videos into a streamable format. And an encoder is a necessary tool if you're using any professional video cameras, except for webcams. So this is an example of how a DSLR looks like. So it's plugged into your laptop. Okay. So now I'm just going to go into how to set up your DSLR camera, just in case you already have it, but you don't know how to go about it. What you need is a USB connection. So several camera manufacturers such as Panasonic, Canon, Sony or Nikon have developed software that allows you to use their cameras for the live video chatting and streaming on your computer. So for this method, you just need a USB cable that will be connected to your camera and the software. So several cameras have this software. The Canon EOS webcam utility for Mac and for PC. There's a Fujifilm X webcam, which is for Mac and PC. There's the Sony Imaging H webcam for PC alone. The Panasonic Lumix Tether for streaming for PC. And to use the manufacturer's DSLR cameras, webcam software, just download the software and follow the instructions, and it should be pretty much go for you. Okay, the next thing you would need would be an HDMI connection. If you're using a Canon, Fujifilm, Sony or Panasonic webcam app, which don't work with your camera, you can actually try a webcam app such as eCam Live. Okay, I've heard a lot of people using this. A lot of live video streamers use eCam, and this is basically just connecting your camera to your computer with a USB cable. And once you have the webcam software up and running, you can actually change the camera settings. So next would be the HDMI connection. This is actually a way to connect your camera to a capture card. And so what a capture card does, is actually takes the video your DSLR records and converts it for digital streaming. So to set it up, you just need to connect your DSLR camera to your capture card with a HDMI cable. Then stick the USB end of your capture card into your computer. If you're planning to use a video conferencing tool with this setup such as Zoom or Microsoft Teams, then you don't need to download any other software. Third would be a broadcast software. So if you're planning to live stream with your DSLR camera, you'll need the broadcasting software such as OBS or Restream. You can also use StreamYard, which is browser based. You can also check out a few softwares. You just need to download your broadcast software and then link it to your DSLR camera. So it may sound technical, but actually it's not. Once you have the hardware in place and you've downloaded the software, usually it's a pretty much easy setup. Okay. And when I mentioned earlier, the light source is important. If you're starting live streaming, you should get some good lighting equipment. So there's, like right now, you can see a lot of natural light. But if you don't have enough natural light, it's good to sometimes, you know, if you're in a room and you don't have natural light, then you might have some strange colors on your skin. You might look too white, you might look too yellow, or too green, or too blue. So when you use natural light, you can control the temperature of the room in terms of the color. So rule number one, okay, when you're talking about light source, your audience should be able to see you. You're not there to be invisible. So one of the reasons why people join live streams is to see your face, and many live streamers seem to forget that. Okay, make sure your camera preview isn't too dark or too bright, and you should have enough light for you to be seen clearly, like this. I'm quite clear. And then rule number two, mind the intensity of light for your live stream. So don't choose a place right next to too close to the light source. For example, if you're next to a window, try not to be too close to the window. Just have a nice enough light effect on you, because sometimes you'll be washed out if it's too bright. Rule number three, adjust the angle of your lights in your video. So don't put the light source too high or too low. You either get a shadow, and I actually have under eye dark circles. So if the light source is above me, then you'll be able to see it more visibly. Okay, so that'll be quite scary and nobody will want to watch your live stream. So if you have something like a ring light, it'll be great, because then it will be more an equal balance of light around your face. Okay, it should be placed a little bit higher than your face, so it's kind of like shining from the top, mimicking a natural sunlight. Rule number four, position your light source for your live stream. Never put the main light source behind you. It should be in front of you to give you the natural glow, as well as beside you, so that you don't have funny shadows on your face. Rule number five, use reflectors when you go live. So if you have only one source of light and the other part of the shadow is part of your face shadow, for example, you have one light on your right side, this side is kind of dark, right? So you want something to reflect the light on this side. So you actually have a little bit to bounce off the light from here to come back to this side to have a more equal coverage. An example of how you can actually set up your light source. So I've mentioned a few times ring light. Ring lights, I'm sure you have seen the influencers or live sellers standing in front of their products, and you have this funny ring thing. So it really is actually a very portable and very useful light for on-the-go production. You know, you want to bring it somewhere light and easy. It's just battery operated. You can also plug it into USB. So what you can do is you can get lighting from multiple angles, and this will give you a more complete look. So you want to just like, I want something so easy. Okay, another thing you could actually purchase, you can even purchase this online. You don't have to go to photography shops or studios, expensive equipment. No, just look for studio light kit, and this usually comes with 2 or 3 light stands. Usually, you know, those squarish light shades it comes with, and then one main light in the front, two side lights. So it comes in a package of usually 2 to 3 lights. Sometimes you can even have like a green screen wall behind you, so you can change the background behind you. For me, I've chosen a white background. I can actually cut myself out and to put myself in different places. So if you don't want to purchase a studio light kit, you just want something simple, you can actually just use paper, you know, wax paper. You just have to clip it onto a surface so that it bounces the lights, it reflects the lights naturally. So we've covered light. Right now we're going to go into audio source. I would say that the sound recorded on my phone is okay, but actually if you're going into a more professional setting, for example, you want to run podcast, or you want your customers to really hear what you're trying to say clearly, then you can actually invest in a microphone, an external microphone. So there are a few types that you can choose. Of course, your laptop comes with the inbuilt microphone. Mobile phones also come built with a microphone. The most popular device for live streaming would be a USB microphone. It connects directly to your computer and it produces great sound, and it's not too expensive. So why do you use a USB mic? There are several reasons. First, it's relatively easy to use. You know, it's just plug and play. It's also very straightforward to set up. So in addition to hassle-free usage, it's also affordable compared to a more professional XLR microphone. Plus, it doesn't require a mixer. It doesn't require a preamp to work. USB mics also offer you an excellent portability. That means you can bring it anywhere. Next we'll go into accessories, right? So I mentioned earlier the stabilizer, the tripod, and things like that. So regardless of your budget, it's good to have a tripod so that you don't have to hold your phone when you're recording. You can just put it either on your desk or on your floor. So it depends on what kind of height you choose to have the tripod in. So I myself have a 2 feet tripod. It's extendable, so it comes with a selfie stick, and it comes with the legs so that it balances on its own. And then there's the stabilizer and the Bluetooth remote. Okay. And the green screen is of course optional for you to change your backgrounds. So that's what we've covered for some things that you need to have before you start. Another thing to think about is actually your internet connection. So a lot of because my company, we deal a lot with Facebook Live sellers, right? And some of them, they actually sell from their shops, so they usually have a more steady Wi-Fi connection. But if you don't have a steady Wi-Fi connection, then you might want to think about a lightning Ethernet adapter so that you can connect your mobile phone to LAN, and this will give you better stability. It comes with a cable. You just have to plug it directly into your modem. Okay. So if your internet if your Wi-Fi is too slow, and then your phone data is also a bit unstable, this would be a good option. The Ethernet cable, the right adapter, you can connect to your mobile device to an Ethernet port or router or modem for a fast and dependable connection. If you are live, you're selling and you're having an auction, you're showcasing something exciting, and then your internet goes off, you might get a lot of angry customers. So this is something important if you are especially selling something online. Some of our Facebook Live sellers, they have encountered internet drops. That means they go live and then suddenly there's no internet, so the whole sale is disrupted, right? But because they're using our software, their sales their orders that are captured during the live session don't go missing. So that means they don't depend on the Facebook comments, they don't depend on WhatsApp. They basically have everything, all the orders have gone into the cloud server and is retained there for 2 to 3 hours, so they don't have to worry about missing out on orders. So now we're going to have a short break. We've gone through the technical equipment, and I would like to find out a little bit more about you. So how far in your journey have you come in terms of going live? What are your plans for going live? Okay, so I'll see you.
Okay, guys. So sorry about the horrible laggingness, but I hope you got the main message. Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, that is one thing that live streams tend to actually be hate on. You know, sometimes it's very unpredictable, especially when you're relying on third party, right? You have to rely on third party. So Maxis or Unify or whatever we've used before, sometimes they just have this lagging and then they'll blame it on maintenance and blah blah blah. So I really apologize for the laggingness. But whatever you're not sure of, you can ask me now. This is the chance. We have let's say, tell me, what have you gotten out of this? Maybe I should ask you. So what do you need when you need to start up with your live streams? You can, whoever wants to mic, put on your mic, it's fine. Oh, Shai, hello. I talked for 20 minutes.
Phone, mic.
Phone, mic.
Yeah, good lighting.
Any types of cameras? What kind of
Yeah.
camera did I mention?
DSLR.
Yes, it's a DSLR. So that's you will get better clips,
Yes.
videos out of it compared to a mobile phone. I did use a mobile phone, but because it's also pretty high res, so it's fine. The thing is, you also need to think about storage. You know, when you have done your live streams and you're using a DSLR, the video output is very heavy. So you would most probably need a separate drive to store all your videos, because I would like to also mention later that these videos that you have done live, you also want to record them and store them so that you can repurpose them. So if you're not sure what this repurposing thing is about, I will actually talk about it later. Okay. Okay. Any questions so far? Camera, mic, HDMI, ring light, correct. Broadcast software. Yes. So there are a few templates that you can find from software providers. So I mentioned BeLive, I mentioned StreamYard. These are companies, of course, based again in the US. I don't know why Asian companies don't do this kind of thing, you know. I I don't have the team, the software developers to do this lah. But you know, I really hope that look, the Asians come up with something like this. It's just overlays and streaming and making things pretty, you know. Yeah, and with these overlays, like for BeLive, for example, right? When you use BeLive, you can actually pull in your slides. You can pull out. You can put your head anywhere you want it to be, and you can put in jiffies and memes, impromptu. So you know, when it comes to live, right? It's all about being as engaging as possible, and it's not just about talking. You know, talking. You want visuals. You want a bit of entertainment and things like that, and people just want to be interacting with you like a human being. So do check out Engage. Yeah, engagement is so important. Conversations are so important. And it's not just about content. It's really about you talking to your customers and listening for feedback and actually replying to the feedback. No point you go live, you talk, you ignore the person who is actually chatting in your inbox like this, you see. So Sarah said, what's the easiest microphone to use with your phone? Actually you would have a Bluetooth mic, which you can also look out for, or USB mic. That means it's plugged into your phone and then you clip it onto your collar or something like that. So it's a tiny little phone, like tiny little microphone, very easy to move around with. Any other questions you have? What was the device that can boost internet connections? Actually, I'm also looking for this. I think Sarah has actually bought something online. Sarah, you've mentioned before you use Mesh. Is Mesh easy to install?
I have a bro that do this, so I asked him to help me.
Can we borrow your
Sama
bro?
Unify.
Can we, can we borrow your bro?
Can.
Yeah, I use Deco Mesh to increase it. There is a step-by-step guide, but you would have to know the information of your internet provider, such as your I don't even know the terms, but you have to know like your internet IP address or something like that. So when I was setting up, I actually took some time because I had to call TM and I didn't know who provided my internet because I'm staying at my parents' house. So, but there is a step-by-step guide.
Okay. And Delina, you use Asus router. How is that going for you?
It's very good. The thing is, someone recommended it to us. So by right, if you like, we're using Unify as our internet service provider. So if you actually call them up, like when I called them up, they knew what I wanted. They're like, oh, you nak tukar writer ke? I'm like, and then they will guide you step by step. So if you use Unify, the Unify call center is quite good.
Okay.
And then you can Google the best routers as well. It will tell you.
Okay. And LAN cable, Bjorn, you're using that. Is it also easy to install? Yes. Okay. She's a chatter. She's a chatter, not a verbaler. TP-Link router. How's that going? Mona Lisa. What nice name, Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa, are you a chatter too?
Hi.
Yeah. Okay. So is it easy for you to install as well?
Plug and play.
So it's a USB thing?
Dia punya line tu lebih clear lagi, laju lah.
Dia connect to you punya laptop ah?
Dia
Atau
connect
dia
ke
separate?
laptop, tak dekat kita punya USB tu. Dekat kita punya apa tu? Unify.
Modem lah.
Modem.
Okay. All right. So you guys, we have a list here you can actually check out. So we have a mesh, we have a Deco router, we have an Asus router, LAN cable. Of course, it's the most stable, I think. And then there's the TP-Link router. Okay. So if you need a boost, which I think I definitely need, so I will install that hopefully for the next one. Okay, so I'm going to be playing a different part now where we go into how to go live. Let's take 5 minutes so that we can, do what you need to do for 5 minutes, have a coffee or whatnot, and then we come back. All right, I'll see you in 5. Peggy, you have difficulty reading. Oh. Listen lah.
Especially when they put the comments. If I'm doing the streaming from my when you're outside, then when you're doing live, then you have to hold it this way instead of turning, kan?
Correct.
Because you need to read the comment. Then you know the phone punya itu comment kecil.
Kecil, yeah.
So that's the thing I face when I do live. I can't really read the comment and then walk and then do nanti masuk longkang susah.
That's true, especially when you're in tours, right? When doing your tours and things like that. But you know, I've seen a lot of people do it without walling into longkang.
Maybe they have some. Normally, I feel that they have somebody else doing it for them also.
They could have a company, is always safer. But I think maybe they even have two phones. One is just to capture the surroundings. One you can just check. But maybe a lot of things to handle lah.
Yeah, like multitasking. That time you wish you got 8 hands.
I don't want lah. Ugly lah.
Actually, it's not the hands. You need 8 brains.
Then lagi lah teruk.
But I think I tried before, right? When I tried to use my phone to see the comments, and then while I'm doing the live on my laptop, right?
Yeah.
Then when 2 is going together, the line will start like lagging, and then I feel that, you know, one is slower, so I don't know whether to follow my screen or follow my handphone.
Yeah.
So it was distracting.
It's always better to have somebody lah to do your moderation of the chats.
Yeah, I just thought of Kanagis. I must go there and do for the fun of it. Kanagis?
Is Kanagis in the house? Oh, Sarah was suggesting a bigger screen, like a tab, but it's heavy lah, Sarah. You want to move around because we use our selfie stick, right, to capture.
Yeah,
yes, Kanagis, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Hanniz, and currently what am I doing is we are selling speakers, Bluetooth speaker,
That's all
headset.
lah. Aiya, must add lah to your lineup so that we can have our referrals go to you.
Yeah, sure. We will add to you. But we are from event industry. We previously, because of the pandemic, I have to diversify the business. So that's the reason.
Sama-sama lah, sama-sama. So that's why we're doing this now. Have to survive somehow, right? But I think you're in a good place because people need all this equipment and tools and things like that. So green screens you have. Yes, and then you sell the tripods and the mics and the lights. I think it's super. Even the kits, the show kits, you know, the two main lights, the reflectors and all that.
Yeah, because we own our own equipments like LED, sound light for the events, everything. We have another company who's keeping all that, so doing that. So it's already internally we have. So
yeah, but those are the heavy equipment for events, not so. But you can use it actually. If you have a place to rent out, then people can shoot in your studio and use your equipment. Then it's fine. That's another way of making money lah. But for those who don't have the budget to go big yet, they want to do at home, then they need all these small things. Even like me, you know, I'm always some people ask me, where do I buy all these things? I just say Shopee, but Shopee is like not kawan lah. Now you my kawan ma, I want to help you.
Also on top of it, Hanniz, on top of what you say, right? You know why we ask for links is because, right? Like me, I bought so many small ones and they're not, they cannot be used. So I stopped getting and I just asked my friend, which one have you used? That's good. Snap pictures, send me that Shopee link directly because there's so many in Shopee.
Yeah.
So Kanagis, you need to start one and then we'll start coming to you because we know you, then we will know we can get good stuff.
Correct.
I model for you. I go to your studio and model for you free of charge.
now we what we do is we buy first, we do the testing first, then only we will put for the sales. So that is how currently we are doing. We not like buy.
Oh, muted, Kanagis. Your fingers excited lah.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so we will buy and then we will do the testing first. Then only we will start to put for the sales. But then we will do it a testing first. Once we see we bought that and then try. So that's why it's a bit delaying because we cannot simply put also because of the product to sell to have a lot of varieties, but and then the name will be spoiled. So
That's right. That's right. But you see so many customers waiting for you already.
yeah, sure. We'll share with you guys.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the next segment now, which is how to go live, and then we will go into your own Facebook pages so that you can also practice. Okay, so be ready, put on your makeup, lipstick, whatever you need to put on, and we you can actually put it on private setting lah if you want, but just in case you shy, then
Look in the mirror.
okay, let's go.
Okay, so we come to the next part is basically how to go live on Facebook. So where can we go live on Facebook? So there are 4 options. One is to go live on your personal timeline. You can go live on Facebook page. You can go live on Facebook groups and also in a Facebook event. Okay, so it depends on the purpose of you wanting to go live and whether you want to cover all 4 options or you want to just focus on specific place. You can go live from your laptop, you can go live from your mobile device or using a third-party software. So now I'm going to cover using the Facebook Creator Studio. Over time, they're always making changes to it. So at this point of time, you will see that they have made changes, a little bit more tweaks here and there. So I'm going to go through them and show you how to use it so that you can go live on your own page. We are already on our laptops, right? So as I go, you can just minimize the screen that you're watching me on, and I will share my screen so that you can also practice it on your Facebook page. Okay, so open your Facebook page and then I will open mine and we'll go through it step by step. Okay.
Okay, so let me share my Facebook thing. Hold on. Okay. This is the Creator Studio. If you're not sure, hold on. If you're not sure how to go here, you can actually just put it in your browser, Creator Studio. If you're already logged into your Facebook page, you will see that you will come straight to your Creator Studio. Are you guys seeing this? Ada tak? Are you already logged into your Facebook page?
Where do you get this?
Kejap.
You log into your Facebook page, dulu. Okay. Once you're logged in, you just put in another browser, Creator Studio. That means you type macam Google like that lah, Creator Studio. Dapat tak? I just put the link here so you can see. Guys seeing this? Semua sudah masuk?
Hanniz, Suwin here. This one have to download first, is it? Because
No. No need.
no
I put the link on your browser.
Okay.
In our chat, sorry. You can just use that link and then you can go and see this already. It's not you have to have a Facebook page, not a personal profile. Everyone in? Okay, I'm just going to go continue. If you don't have it, it's fine. Then you can just watch my screen and later on you can try and practice it on your own. Okay. So a Creator Studio is where you can actually manage all your pages. That means not only just one page. You can manage all your pages, posts, and activities. All right, and you can also see all the analytics based on each page. So I'm using my Untitled Solutions page here, but you can see if I drop down, I can see all my other pages here. Right, so you choose which page you want to see, and then you can already directly post something here. You can add a story, you can upload a video, and obviously you can go live. Okay, and if you don't have this screen yet, tak apa, you just go to your Facebook page, then I will teach you how to go live from your Facebook page. All right, so right now I'm just going to teach you what all these things are. Okay, so in terms of notifications, you see that some of the things that your followers might have put in, also Facebook notifications, so far nothing new. These are all the published posts for this page. So from videos to images to comments to links to other outside sources, right? So you can see here videos, live videos, photos, stories, links, text. Everything that's published will appear in this window. Okay, and you can see here, this is already published. You can also see the insights, and you can go to the actual post in your page if you want to. All right, content library. Okay. Okay, this is where you can explore your published tab again. So don't worry, when you go to content library, it still goes back to your published stuff, because they're cleaning up Facebook. Some things that you see here are actually no longer activated. You know, they are also introducing reels for pages. I think in the US they've already just rolled out in this month itself. So you will be able to use something like you've used for Instagram, for Facebook, for videos. Okay, obviously they're pushing a lot of videos, that's why. Inbox, obviously all your messages that come in. I will go through monetization later. Let's look at creative tools. Lagging. Okay, never mind. I'll just go straight to our Facebook page. Go to your Facebook page. Okay, this is our Facebook page. All right. Now we will practice on how to go live from your Facebook page. Later on, we can also go live from groups. It's the same concept. Okay. So when you see the create a post here, what you need to do is you need to press go live here. So you press that. Okay. Now you see there are a few things that you can actually do when you go live. So what I'm going to teach you today is basically to use your camera. Okay, because using Stream Key would mean using a third-party software. So for example, if you want to plug in your DSL camera to this, you can use this. You can use your OBS system, or you can use your BeLive or your StreamYard to actually link to this, so that you can put in your overlays, your effects and things like that. So today we're going to do something more straightforward. We're just going to use the camera. Okay. Once you see the camera come on, then you know you'll be able to go live. You come to this part here. Okay, let's just say Facebook Live for Business. We're learning something new today. Okay. You can also cross-post to more pages. That means if you have more than one page that you own, you can also post it here. You can also share to other groups, and you can set your audience settings. So right now, post to a page that I manage is this one. Okay. My camera is having an issue lah pula. Today of all days. But you guys can practice first. I think I need to restart my laptop and then I'll have to come back again.
We can use our phone,
You can use your phone, no problem. In your phone,
but I don't see all this live producer get started.
yeah, it's more, yours is more straightforward. I think you just have to go live on your page.
Yes,
Yes,
just live.
yes, because this one is more like if you want to have a third party.
Okay.
So
So it says tag friends at location filling action. Is it
correct. So I think, but you are on your page.
on my own page? Yeah.
Okay, sekejap. Let me try to camera issue. Try again. Okay, my camera doesn't want to.
Hanniz, I
Yes.
think it's because you are using your camera for Zoom, so it doesn't allow you to use for both at the same time.
Is that why?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So I cannot do that, but you guys can. And okay, so I will, then you guys already go on live. I want to show you other things that are in the features here, okay? Okay, so dashboard. This is where you see how many viewers you're having, how many comments you're having, how many shares. You don't have a goal set up yet, but you can set a goal if you want to. So for example, you want more followers, right? And then you can put in progress you've made and things like this, more personal goals, right? And then you can have polls. So you can put in questions for your audience. You can have more specific questions. Okay. It's a feature link. So that means this is where you actually invite people to go to your website, for example. No? So you want it to be static. So when people are new to your life, it's already midway somewhere. This is something that will be static on your live post. So they know what you're talking about, and then they'll be led to your main website because you want to sell something from your main website, correct? Okay, so that is basically how it looks like. You can also go live with others. This is where you can invite your friends to be part of your broadcast. So for example, if you're having a podcast, you want to interview your friends, or you want to interview somebody from another company, a partner, you can actually go live together. Last time it was a bit more tricky. Last time we used to have to use StreamYard, and then we had a StreamYard stream to Facebook. Now you can actually do it within Messenger rooms. It's a new feature. You can also use it in groups. Okay, so are you girls live already ke tak? Not yet ah? Why you girls not live? I cannot go live because I got a reason. My camera is already
in process, working on it.
But I think possibly you could also, if you want to share your screen and see, share your page so that we can also check out what is happening, we can do that. So whoever has gone live, share the link in the chat box, and I will share what people are seeing. So who dares to go first? Okay, who wants to sacrifice themselves first?
I want to sacrifice, but I am working on going live, so maybe someone else can sacrifice themselves first.
Anyone who's going live?
I'm online, but how
Okay.
to pass it to you?
Okay, put your link in the chat box
Where's the link?
at the top part of the browser.
Can the live be set to like private? Only I can see it.
Yes, you can.
And if I set that, you can't see me, right?
No. So you have to choose now whether you want us to see you or not.
But then after that, my friends all will see me live, right?
Yeah lah.
Are you gonna set up
I cannot see the
a
link.
Facebook group or something just for us to practice ourselves and not go like live?
Can. We will do that after we finish the session. Then I'll invite you to a new group that I actually set up last night to test for you guys.
If not, I'll call Peggy 12 a.m. in the morning. Can you just be my one audience? So nobody will see me live.
You jangan perasan, no, not everybody will watch, okay?
Zareen.
Aiyo,
Okay,
now you
Zareen.
kill my confidence already. Nobody will watch.
Zareen, put your Facebook page punya link in the chat.
Tembak, now got
Oh,
support.
No,
Go.
I mean like I will support the Facebook group to go.
Share.
Go.
Okay, Louisa, put your Facebook page in your Louisa Michael.
Yeah, I know. Can you add me?
I need
I
to
don't know.
create a ghost account now.
I don't see the link. Sorry, I'm not so. But-
You know the browser? Click the whole address in the browser and put it in the chat.
No, I only see my screen. I don't see any browser. Wait, ah.
This why my live say connect streaming software to go live.
Did you press on camera?
I press on go live.
Camera mana?
Okay, let me go back to
Sorry, because just I'm busy setting up.
busy lah. Okay, tak apa. Okay, let me go back. Press
So-
this one.
Mana? Wait. I have to open screen. I got tak nampak tu. Which one?
This one, the middle one.
Okay.
Then
okay,
you'll be
okay.
able to do that. Okay,
Thanks.
no problem. Hey, make sure you put in your title and write something in this part here
Title.
on the left side of your screen under live producer.
Okay.
Yeah. Then the button which says go live will actually be red, and then you can click on that, and then you'll be able to go live.
I'm alive.
You're live? Louisa, apa ni?
I don't know. Where's the...
Are you able to? Oh, okay. Wait. I look for you. You're in your own page, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can find you.
My friends all say good morning to me, but I
Apa lah?
this is new, babe. New.
It's okay. Now you can tell them, hey, come and support my business.
No, I shy lah. Louisa Michael. They're all
They put-
waving.
You
But
say something lah, so it doesn't feel so weird for them. Eh, we're not friends, Louisa.
yeah.
I thought we friends, no? Oh, lama. Wait, I send you send request.
Oh wait.
Hanniz Lam is published as a test broadcast.
Okay, so that means you can only see yourself for that one.
Okay, you got an answer there.
That means all of us cannot see, law.
She want to test now. She said she's OCD, she want to make sure it's perfect before it goes out.
Aduh, hi. That is something that I will gonna to talk about. Being perfect before going live. Okay.
I was never. I just go natural.
How to
I tried before preparing script, but at the end of the day, the script doesn't work. You just
Yeah.
have to talk.
True, yeah.
True. You start off with the script. Okay. On how do I go to live producer page? All right. You in the chat box, you'll be able to see that I've placed a link here. Here, I'm gonna paste it again.
Cross post.
Here you go. Can you see the link?
Go live now.
So, Hanniz, once we open the FB, we just click on this link, is it?
Yes, once you've logged in, you just click on this link, you will be able to see your Creator Studio.
All right.
Hanniz,
okay.
I can't go live one. How come?
What do you see? You want to share your screen?
Yes, I share my screen. Sketcher.
Ong, can you try to use Google Chrome?
I cannot share because you are sharing.
Oh, jap.
Those here do can't go live because we already here in the screen.
Okay, I've already stop sharing. All right. Okay, Louisa, why don't you share your screen here? People can
I
see.
just share my where to go live.
This all I get.
I type straight from the main page. Most
Louisa.
I don't know.
Jap. Wait, okay, so people, this is basically Peggy's behind the scenes. But Peggy, because you are behind the scene, you won't be able to see your in front. So that means we will need to actually go to your page as well.
Go to my
Amy, it's Louisa. You added me already or not?
Should I leave that live to add you? Wow.
Yes. Add me as a friend.
Wait.
So I
Camera,
go to
don't need
where?
to, camera don't need to install. Okay, go to use camera, Peggy.
Use camera.
And then go to your left. Go down. Go down some more. Publish as what happened to your, yeah, correct, Rupa, you go live directly. How come yours doesn't have the post stream?
Yeah, that's the thing. Strange kan?
Hanniz, I add you already.
You add me already. Okay.
So I go back to live.
You unshare, Peggy?
Unshare.
What's the difference with go live and then create live video event?
Okay, event, that means, for example, you are planning to have a live broadcast from a basketball game, for example. So you set up your cameras and all that. People will come to your event as a live event. Yeah. So that means it's like event page punya live stream lah.
So if I'm doing a talk or seminar or that is an event and people, I kind of broadcast and let people know first.
Correct. Yes, and you can pre-schedule your events so that people know to come when and what time.
Okay.
Okay, and you can actually monetize your events. So for now, Facebook is not charging. Oh, I see the big eyes. Facebook is not charging yet for monetizing your events, but I think later on they will. There's no commission at the moment.
So this one is where you need to have a number of followers, then only you're monetizing, right? Is it
usually I don't think so. I think you can already monetize it. So you actually have to activate it. You have to fill up a lot of things actually. I will walk through you to the edge. I wanted to see how we could monetize it, and it was like too mafan. So I rather just go into a third party like PTX or Eventbrite and sell my tickets there. Yeah, even though they also charge a commission, but it's less mafan.
I see. Okay.
Okay, so Rupa, you've gone live. Camera, you don't need to install. You should be able to see it once you've put in the link. Okay, let's check out. Delina, she's live. Okay. She's Louisa. You tak apalah you. Haish. Later we come back to you. We'll come back to you afterwards. Okay.
Okay.
Delina past life of apa pasal? We want real life now lah.
Saya buka page tak ada lah.
Tak apa. Okay. I will create a group later. We all practice, but it's off Zoom lah. That means all of us will be off our Zoom and we go straight into the group to practice. Okay. I will continue with the monetization part. But so far, do you guys already know how to use your Creator Studio ke tak?
I have a question. So this and the Instagram live function, are they the same?
Yes. But I think this is more elaborate versus Instagram.
So can I also post it onto Instagram when I'm on live?
They should be able to link it, but you need to already link your pages together. Is that done?
Yes, that's done. So when I'm doing any post on stories or even posting, it can it's automated to go to my Facebook.
I'm not very sure on that part actually. I have not done it before.
And the other thing is I'm using something called the business page, not the Creator Studio though. But I'm actually that one
Facebook
is
page.
Yeah, Facebook Business
Suite.
Yes, is a app.
Okay, so different functionalities again. Business Suite, you are a bit limited in terms of you cannot connect it to third-party softwares, for example. So it is very much right. What is in front of you, that's what you use.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like your camera, immediately you want to use your business suite to go live from there, can. But what for? You might as well just go live directly from your page.
Ah, all right.
Can. Because you cannot do anything there. Okay. Any other questions in terms of Creator Studio? Tak ada. So far, so good. You know how to go live or not yet? If not, tak apa, because we will still go together afterwards.
I want to ask, just now you asked us to go live is through our business Facebook page or Creator Studio?
Directly live from your Facebook page.
As in the personal Facebook page?
No, personal is profile. So
okay.
then it's business page.
Business page, okay.
Do you have a business page?
Have, but maybe later we go live together 11 lah. Nak bubur makeup sikit lah.
Boleh, no problem. Anyone else having issues with the Creator Studio or going live? Do you know where to press, where to click?
Oh, sorry, honey. This is for business page, is it?
Business page.
Oh, not the personal page.
Not personal, but it's the same concept. It's just that business page, you have more options.
Okay. Okay, so it sorry, is this like a personal page is a different FB account that you create, and then business page a different FB account?
That's the same.
You use
It's the same,
the
is it?
Creator Studio can actually, the Creator Studio is basically to manage all your pages.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. For example, if you're a social media company, right? Then you might have, you're managing a few companies' pages. So you can use your Creator Studio to manage each page. So you see, it is like macam a dashboard for all the pages that you manage. But if you just
Studio that she asked.
Sorry?
Oops.
Talking to somebody else, Hiya. Okay.
No, I don't know where's the Creator Studio.
Yeah, you. Okay. There's a link here. Kat sini, I type again. You are on your laptop, betul?
I'm using my tab for the
Tablet.
class,
Okay.
but I use my phone for the
live.
Yeah.
Okay. You try to use the Creator Studio in your tablet?
Tablet, my tab.
Your laptop, tablet. The link is here.
Okay.
Then you should be able to see your Creator Studio. Again, you cannot post until 30th August. What did you do? You were banned doing something naughty ke? Yes, okay. You can try. Tomorrow is 29th. That means you can only start posting on Monday. Tak apa. I will invite you to this group that we created. You can go live anytime you want. Okay, and then you can practice and call us and let us have a look. Right? Okay, so now I'm going to share my screen again. So I'm going to show you. Yes.
Sorry, I need to ask you. I cannot switch on my camera because my bandwidth is low. If I were to go live with a group in a group page, do I because we use OBS, not StreamYard. How do I, coordinate between StreamYard and the page?
Actually, you should be able to do that from your StreamYard directly.
Okay, so StreamYard connect to the Facebook page. I mean the
Facebook
group. Facebook page.
Facebook group or Facebook page?
Page is a page.
Okay, yes, you need to link. That means you have to use the stream key.
From StreamYard.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
StreamYard actually has a community on Facebook. Anything that's related to their softwares and all that, you can actually ask them as well.
Okay. All right. So I just use the use camera, right? Or use stream
key.
Use stream key. Okay. All right. Thank you.
No problem.
So what is use pair encoder?
Okay, the one that is on the use paired coder is going to be discontinued. Actually, already discontinued, 23rd July. So the only two active things are the use camera and use stream key.
What's the difference?
Use stream key is to actually connect you to your third-party software like StreamYard or OBS. So that is where you can actually have the effects, your overlays. That means you can have titles and images and things like that. So use camera is very straightforward. Tak boleh buat anything except see your face, see your chats, and that's it.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Okay, Ong, you posted a picture of a child. That's why lah you got banned. Share lah poster of goodness. Okay, so I'm going to continue with my video. I can't morbid here. Ish. Let me share my screen again, my video.
Okay, so now you know how to use the Creator Studio. Now you've already gone live and you want to download the video that you made earlier, your live video. So there are ways to actually download it, either from your own page or from a group. So this is how it's done.
And
then next,
all right, so I'm going to go and teach you how to do that. What you need to do is actually go to Get Vid. This is the link that you can use. I'm going to put it in the chat. Okay. Yes, Norliza is something that we get it wrong sometimes because we used to sometimes just assuming that the video will follow our phone, but it doesn't. So, but there are actually softwares to correct your angle. But of course, live tak boleh lah. Live you really need to just go vertical like this. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you how to download your video. All right. So let me go to the browser. Let me go to Delina's past event and see whether I can download it and show you guys how to do it.
Alamak, malunya.
No malu lah. This is the chance for you to shine. Okay, kind of come here.
We like cats.
I have a question.
Yes.
Boleh tanya? Okay.
Jap,
Okay.
There's like I see it. I think there's somebody else's mic on as well. Or no? Tak ada. Okay. Yes. Continue, please. Your question.
Okay. Number one, I have a question about OBS software. I heard that I belum try, tak berani nak try because I heard lah, I'm not sure whether it's true. A few live streamers, they recommend using a powerful computer because apparently sometimes the software is so powerful that it can melt the motherboard or something. I pun tak sure. So that I thought I'd ask you. And then connecting a good, like just now some of the ladies were talking about apa tu, DSLR and webcam or something like that, doing a comparison. So and then apparently live streamers right now, they use like a professional camera, like the Sony something, I forgot what. And then some live streamers, they use the Canon GX, like these recommended cameras to broadcast professional quality footage.
Correct.
So just want to know your opinion lah, since you're doing this as a professional business.
Okay. Basically when you are starting out, what are you doing, Delina? What kind of business are you in?
Oh, actually, I'm a live streamer now as a hobby lah, for fun.
Okay, that means you show you're a gamer.
Oh, tak. I live stream on an e-commerce platform.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're selling products.
First they call this KOL, which is key opinion leader. Then they call this a promoter. Now they call this a presenter. So this is what they call us lah. But I myself, I just do it for fun lah.
Okay, yes, actually, influencer, KOL, key opinion leader, presenter, host, MC, they kind of fall into the same category when it comes to actually presenting a product or service live stream. So to answer your question, in terms of OBS, yes, definitely you would need a bigger hard drive, because the quality that comes out of your camera, which is linked to your OBS system, usually you don't use a mobile phone to link to OBS. So whatever cameras that you mentioned tadi, the Sony, the Canon and all that, when you link it to OBS, the output is going to be really, really heavy. And that is why they need, correct, Bjorn. That's why I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. It's so heavy that your normal laptop needs, sometimes it cannot tahan. I don't think it will actually burn. It's just that I think it will just crash because it's too heavy. So what you need to do is have a better laptop, which is maybe for, gamers, they use it, the high RAM, and high storage. Basically, that's what you need. So OBS is a different level already. It's really like what you said, it's more for professionals, but as an influencer, if you're not needing to have effects and the running commentaries at the bottom where you can put in the speakers' names and the questions from the chat box, because that's what, Peggy, your challenge is. When you're going the next step, you might want to have an OBS system so that and a camera. You cannot use your phone now. That's one. That is when you can actually have the chats come into your live stream. At the bottom where you see now our Zoom, we see our names, right? But when you're using OBS or StreamYard or Be Live, you'll be able to customize the running commentaries at the bottom, and you can run questions and polls and things. Everybody can see it as an audience, and you can also see it in your back end, your dashboard. You can control all the pop-ups that are coming onto your live feed. So how now, Kanages? I don't know lah, Kanages. How now? So that means I think you need to save money to invest in these things. But if you're just starting out, tak payah lagi until you see some income coming in, then you can pump it back into your business. Right? That's how business is, right? You want to make money first before you spend too much, and then suddenly you realize, hey, I don't like live streaming anymore. What am I going to do with all this equipment? So, yeah, if you want to go real professional, you don't want to worry about space and RAMs and gadgets, go to Kanages. She's got the screen also. Great. Kanages, where are you based again? Puchong,
in Old Klang Road.
Old Klang Road. I can just throw 2 stones, can reach you also. So I maybe want to kacau you.
Sure.
Any other questions before I move on? Yamcha, definitely. Your teh tarik, I miss it so much. Tak ada
Ada kejap. So better to get a gamer's laptop, which is so expensive.
It is. It's not really. I mean, don't call it gamer's laptop. Like, it's a very high-end laptop.
Icon, Icon 9 or something, and the latest one.
Yeah lah. That's when you have to start talking to professional video producers, because that's what they do. Video editors. I'm sure your kawan-kawan ada. They will know what to recommend to you. Maybe they also started out. Maybe they didn't invest in the super duper expensive ones when they were starting out. So talk to your video editor friends, because that's where they will be actually downloading lots and lots of videos and editing it and outputting it for their clients. So how do they do it? So another way is actually to have a cloud saving storage. So there's Amazon Cloud, there's Huawei Cloud, and all that. But the only risk is that somehow you don't have internet, that you don't have access to your cloud, which I think some of us might have actually faced before. You don't have it in your hard drive. But anything risk, we all have risk lah. Even your hard drive pun boleh crash. So it's just like pray a lot lah and make sure that everything's okay. And another way to back up possibly is to upload all your videos onto YouTube, for example. So it's always there. And your content that goes up to YouTube also needs to make sure that it adheres to the policy so that they don't ban your page suddenly and all your videos disappear. Okay. All right. So let's go on to the next part. Let's play this.
When you have actually got 10,000 followers on your Facebook page, you're actually able to monetize this. So I think most of us have not reached that level yet. We have not come up with enough good content, or we have not gone frequent enough using live on Facebook. So you might not be able to enjoy the perks of it. But these are some of the ways you can actually earn from Facebook. By showing ads, by having paid partnerships with brands, from having fan subscriptions, to affiliate marketing, to selling merchandise, and other ways. You can also be paid for ads showed during your video, as long as it has already 1,000 impressions. That means it just reached 1,000 people. It does not mean that they actually watched the video. So are you eligible to get paid by Facebook? Let's check it out. I'm going to teach you how to check whether you're eligible or not.
Okay, so now I'm going to share my screen again to show you the Creator Studio and where you can check whether you can get paid or not. Okay. Sorry, Creator Studio. Okay, this is where you go to set up your monetization. Are you seeing my screen? So you go here, start setup. So you have to go back to your Creator Studio, which I think most of us already are able to access study. If you're having trouble, I don't think you should have any trouble. If you have a Facebook page, you should have a Creator Studio. It's automatic and you don't have to install anything, right? So these are the things that my page is eligible to get paid for. So we have actually less than 100 followers at this point of time, but they already recognize that we can have instant articles. That means monetizing our articles with native format. I've not tried that, but I actually tried to go for online events because we wanted to see how we can, have virtual events on our page. Tapi the process is macam they really make sure that you're proper lah. So you have your partner monetization policies and all that. So let's just go there. Okay. So this is how they teach you how to earn money. You can create content on an eligible surface, reside in an eligible country, follow your community standards, no morbid stuff so you don't get banned, and then content monetization policy, share authentic content. That means Facebook wants people to come to Facebook. They don't want people to go out. Once they go into Facebook, they don't want people to lari from their platform. So they want you to create content which is only found on Facebook, okay? And share original content, right? So they will actually check for eligibility. Yeah, when you post stuff, they will check whether it's clickbait or sensationalized for people just to come and click on your post and then you get paid for it, right? Share original content. That means it's what you produce yourself. You're not sharing a third-party story or third-party video. It's your own content. And this is where you need to go to find out how to make and receive payments. So obviously we're all above 18 kan, I think. I think lah, we do look young, but who knows? So making payments, these are the things that you can go through. How to make person-to-person transfers, how to regulate payments. This is in Europe. How to make payments to developers in the US, things like that. So just go through all this if you decide that you want to actually explore being paid by Facebook. Okay. Okay, let's go back. So that's how you check whether you're eligible or not lah. Okay. So now you know my age. So malu kan? And that's it, overview. Okay. So this is just an overview of things that that's been happening. Nothing much happening here. I'm going to stop sharing for this part. Siapa pretty ni? Like Zurin ah? Zurin pretty ah? Let's see if I can have a look at that.
Yeah, she's very pretty.
Yeah, why I cannot open? Okay, let's go there. Support her again. Make comments. Ah, yeah lah. Pretty. Wait. Am I sharing my screen? Not yet. Wait, let me share my screen. Okay. Okay, there you go. Hi. So this is her. She went live for a while, 26 seconds, I think. She's no longer live, but if she's live, you can see usually there's a live button there. So she was brave for 26 seconds, which is a good start. Okay. So the longer you stay on Facebook, the more chance of you being discovered, right? Of course, if you're just staring at the screen, then it might not work as well. But if you are actually talking about something, good content, good stuff that you're sharing, the more than 15 minutes, more likely Facebook will find and try to share it with their audience. So let's just stop share here. No sound. Yeah, I didn't put sound. Tapi and then you can check out Zurin's page saat ni. You have her Facebook link kat sini. Okay, so I'm going to continue with my next part.
Okay, so that's the second part of our session today. The next one we will be going live with confidence. All right. So Facebook has absolutely given priority to video content in the newsfeed, especially live. So it typically gets 3 to 6 times reach and engagement than all other types of post types. So a reason why a lot of us have not gone live as much as we would like is because of some fear that we have. So some of the main 4 fears that you might be facing is the fear of facing the camera, which is basically very close to the fear of public speaking. And being live on camera can be even more scary because you are afraid that people will judge you immediately, comment cruel things and things like that. So a lot of our imagination has all the bad stuff painted on it, right? And then the fear of tech. So for example, knowing that there's so many things to do, so many buttons to press, so many it seems that there are a lot of equipment to prepare, and this scares you. And it's not just about going live. In general, technology moves so fast, right? The new phones, the new TVs, new laptops, they're talking about chips being put into our brains. So many things to scare us, right? So this could be one of your fears, the fears of technology. It's normal. It's just a learning process, okay? I love technology because it makes my life easier, and I like to teach about technology. So hopefully this will help you take away your fear for technology. And then there's the fear of what to say, which is very natural. I think I've talked a lot, so obviously I don't really have a fear of talking too much, or no fear of saying something or saying nothing. So this is related again to number one, because so you've already turned on your camera, you've gone live, and then suddenly you hang. You just lose the words that you were planning to say. This is normal as well. It's called stage fright. You might not believe it, but I get stage fright too. It's easier for me to work with a small number of people like you, because it's in a closed room. I don't feel like there's so many people in the area staring at me and waiting for my every word to come out of my mouth. That is like my biggest fear. And I have always had some problem of actually retaining facts, especially when it's too technical, right? Or when it comes to memorizing years or memorizing numbers or statistics, it's hard for me. But when it comes to something I love like this, like I like to talk about Facebook Live, I like to talk about social commerce, it's much easier for me to talk about what I love. So it's same thing for you when you are live in front of an audience, and then suddenly you feel that, oh, what am I here for? Just be natural. Just say, hey, thank you for joining me, whoever's out there. You might see that there's no one, and then you start to groom yourself. But don't do that, because then people can watch you, because they can watch the replay, and that looks really weird if you're doing that. So on the get-go, just be like you're warming up with your family member. Talk about your day, what you've been busy with, how long you've been preparing for this live, how nervous you're feeling. It's all purely natural, and people don't feel you're fake. So that's a great point to have. Okay. And the fear number 4 would be the fear for asking for the sale. So you've already come so far. You've conquered your fear of public speaking. You have conquered your fear of going in front of the camera. You've conquered your fear of talking about something, or the fear of freezing. And then now the 4th one is, you've already gone so far. Now it's time to capture that sale, but you don't know how to ask your audience to buy. So this again has to be done very naturally. Actually, just a few days ago, someone came to me. She said, I've got these excellent products. I use them myself, but nobody wants to actually watch the videos that I make about these products or what I'm sharing. So the reason could be is because you're trying too hard. What you could do is you could just say, have you come across an incident, for example, if you're selling, if you are selling, say, lip gloss, okay? You've created a lip gloss, which is great. You just have to put it on, and in 2 seconds, your lips are moisturized. So you could come and introduce your product in the sense of, do you see a difference in my lips? I've actually discovered this ingredient which I've used to make this lip gloss. It comes with this ingredient, this ingredient. These ingredients are only found in where, and it's so rare to actually find this, and that's why it's such a special ingredient to have in this product. And this product, when you put it on, in 2 seconds, you'll see that your lips are already moisturized, and it looks like a natural colored lip gloss. So don't you want this product? I mean, it's very portable. You just put it in your bag. You can just bring it anywhere. You can even put it on at home if you're feeling, if your lips are drying out. So yeah, if you think that this product is something that you want to try, I've actually a sample piece. The sample piece is going for 10 ringgit, but the full size product is actually 30 ringgit. And if you buy 5, for example, if you buy for your auntie, your sisters, your cousins, then there is a discount on 5 ringgit. So, but the offer is only for 3 days. So did I convince you to want to know more about this lip gloss. So it's something natural like that. You don't just go in front of the camera like you're selling fish. Hey, 1 kg salmon, very fresh from Norway, 20 ringgit. So you don't go like that because you want to tell a bit of a story. And people nowadays, people want storytelling a lot. I think you've heard about it. I've heard about storytelling since like I think 5 years ago when they were just talking about storytelling. It's about engaging your customers using stories. Okay, people want to hear good news because they're always covered with bad news nowadays. So when you're sharing a good story, a good feel-good story, they are more inclined to want to listen more. Okay, so those are the 4 fears that you might be facing, and hopefully I've helped you to sort of overcome them. Next, before you decide to go live, how serious are you committed to your growth? This is something I talk a lot about. When it comes to wanting to go live, it's like, ooh, hangat, I want to go live, like everybody's going live, I also must go live. So don't do it because you have to do it. You need to find a real purpose of why you want to go live, which is to engage your audience, to know who your audience is, to have a longer relationship with them. So you don't go in one day, talk 2 hours, and then disappear for 2 months. Okay, something like that does not work. Facebook will actually notice this and not want to boost your views. So you notice that when you go live, you get 0. And then next day you might get 3. The next day you go on, you might get 5. The next day you might go on, you might get 50. The next day you go on, you might get 50. The next day you go on, nothing. But keep going. The more live videos you do, the more often and the more frequent time slot that you fix. For example, you go live every day at 5. Facebook algorithms will recognize this and will try to boost your videos to the live watch. Okay, so don't feel discouraged. Even for my company, we have not been going live too often because we've been busy with a lot of other things. So we have planned to actually go live at least twice a week to talk about updates in terms of Facebook, in terms of YouTube, in terms of all the social media channels that you can go live on and have an online presence, not just live. So if you want to be part of this community where we talk about what's happening all the time, what's new and all that, do reach out to me. Okay, so I'll add you to a Facebook group and we'll discuss about all the new things and all your challenges that you may be facing, and if we don't answer your questions, I'm sure our peers or the people in the community will be more than happy to help you. Okay. So before we jump into a content plan, you need to have your ideas ready before you want to go live. So that's where the content plan comes in. But you need to know who you are speaking to. A very important question. So for right now, let's do this little exercise. Pick real people that you love to support. That means you want to sell your product to. So name 3 people, your ideal customer, right? And then what are the problems that you'll be solving for these 3 people? So person number 1, what problem? Person number 2, what problem? Person number 3, what problem? Let's take 5 minutes to do this, and then we'll go on.
Okay, so ladies, this is your first step in understanding why you want to go live. So do you need me to recap what needs to be done?
Is it look for
Yes, please.
customers?
Okay, in your notebook, write 3 ideal customers that are real in your life already. 3 existing customers, and then below that, what are the problems that you are solving for these 3 customers? Congrats, Adeline. There is no duration limit, but I think your audience will feel tired after 3 hours kot. Bollywood movies pun 3 hours saja kan. But actually I've seen people go live for 6 hours because they are hopeful they're hoping that more people come and watch, right? So they just stay. Tapi if they stay saja but they don't do anything exciting, hardly people will come and stay also with them, you know. So it's not about how long your show is, but it's more about what you are sharing to your audience. And I will go through how to do this. Okay, so right now, focus on your three customers and the 3 problems that you're solving for them. Okay, 11 o'clock, I want it ready, and whoever's ready to share, you can share through our screen. Congrats, Adeline. Happy for you.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay. Our minimum requirement to go on live is half an hour. So the thing is, for me, I mean for my own thing lah.
Oh, okay.
So the thing is, so I just fulfill the minimum requirements. But then when I share to my friends, they said, "Oh, Dee, you should go on live more lah, longer lah." I see other people do that, but the thing is, it's like, I mean, does it matter? I mean, it's like this. This is not like my full-time career. It's something for fun. I guess it depends on your objective, kan? Whether you want to be an influencer or you want to make money.
Yes.
Or if you're free or if you're an entertainer, kan? Macam tu kan?
Why are you doing it for fun? Ask yourself.
Okay, my own personal experience. Okay, when I first initially started, I was actually very timid, and the thing is, because I'm also a trainer, you know, people see you on stage, but you actually don't know what you look like unless somebody is actually apa tu, videoing you lah. So I noticed, and then what we all notice, like people, me and other live streamers, is whenever we present ourselves, you're actually watching yourself. You're actually analyzing yourself. So you know, it makes you improve yourself in the long run. And also, live streaming is a form of building up your portfolio, because also our manager says that we are able to work with brands. So if, let's just say, a brand is comfortable with you, they will engage with you, and hence, you know, maybe they will sort of like remunerate you for whatever, because it's happening in places like China and Singapore that people make money from being a live streamer or influencer. So I hope that answers your question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you in any specific industry?
Tak, I just do for fun je. I mean, if people engage me, okay lah, it's a bonus lah, but it's not like, you know, my goal or anything.
Okay, because to be taken seriously, for example, if you decide that, yes, this is something that I really want to embark on, it's actually easier to work with brands when you have your specific niche. So if you decide that you like to talk about cosmetics, or you'd like to talk about health, because you have to have a purpose when you go live. You need to have a topic that people will resonate with. So,
right, okay. We actually have a sales target. So initially I wasn't, okay, sometimes I hit it, sometimes I didn't. But then I noticed, I mean, and then these sales targets that we have, it's more like macam, for me, it was like by luck lah, korang jadi beli lah. But then somebody was saying, I think Peggy was saying that it also depends on the time that you're live streaming. Kalau ada banyak audience, okay lah, your luck lah. But kadang-kadang, like I did a live streaming last night. I think I got about 1,000 viewers, but nobody bought. But then I already fulfilled my target lah, so I wasn't concerned lah. So depend on your objective also lah, I suppose.
Betul. When we advise brands, for example, right, we tell them the number of followers for an influencer doesn't really matter. It's what she is sharing and how she is actually engaging with whoever goes live with her, you know. So it's good that you've met your targets, but it's macam, I feel that you have not found your purpose. Yeah, your real purpose. It's macam, ayah, I want to jual buah hari ni, I jual lah. I want to, like, that's me lah sometimes, you know, I sell seafood, I sell buah, but it's not serious. So, but to get to grow as a person and to make sure that whatever you're doing makes a difference to somebody else's life. It's not just about you. How are you as a content provider? Because you're an influencer, you are providing content to your audience. How does your content actually help the person who's watching you? It's not just about selling, tapi people come to you because they want the knowledge, not just because of the product. So I don't know how does this really answer your question, but I think if you really want to be serious about being an influencer, you need to find your niche. You need to find a good time to go live every day. If you cannot go live every day, at least 3 times a week, and in a consistent time. So people who like you as a person, they like what you're sharing, they know how to find you, and they know that you're reliable. So next time when you decide, hey, this is something I'm actually really good at, you can show your portfolio to the brands, and the brands are more likely to work with you. So kalau main-main, the brands will come and see, okay, I want to see your analytics, you know, how often are you doing this? What's the engagement rate like? How are you able to sell my products if people don't take you seriously? I know sometimes you might just say, I'm just an MC ma. MC don't sell anything ma. We just share whatever needs to be shared, kan? But if you want to make the big bucks, like what the China influencers are doing, they are really studying the product really well. For example, there's this lipstick influencer in China. It's a male. He can just look at a product and he already knows the name of the product. He knows what shade is suitable, what shade it comes in, and he's whoever wants a lipstick expert, the first person that comes to mind is this person. You know, so if you want to be that kind of, if you want to be at that level, then you need to focus on that specific niche, and you really need to know the industry, and people are willing to pay, because macam brands kan, they have trainers, but sometimes the trainers pun is not just training, it's more like theory. What are the ingredients in the products, how to apply, how long was this product processed, and things like that. It's very practical advice. You know, they train their staff to know the product, but they're not salespeople. And then there's salespeople pula. They are good at maybe face-to-face selling, but they're not good at live streaming. Live streaming is a whole different ballgame. It's macam you're talking to a whole world, you know, in front of you, and you don't know who they are. But over time, once the audience knows that who you are, you will be attracting people who are like you. They like what you're sharing. They like you as a person. So again, it comes back to you lah, how you want to move forward with this.
So you know, Go Shop kan yang Astro tu. What are those people? What's their job description?
They are actually hosts. So they are hosting, they are TV hosts. They are working with brands who pass their products to them. For example, electronic vacuum cleaner. They just need to talk to the crowd about, okay, the features of the vacuum cleaner, and then they make a story around it. So they are also storytellers. But because Go Shop ni, you know that it's mostly household goods, cooking products. These are the two main things kan, electronics. I hardly see anything else. Maybe they sell carpets.
Ada pinggan bangkok lah, basikal lah.
But it's mostly household.
Lah.
Betul.
Yeah, household stuff. Yeah, household
stuff. So their dedicated channel is, the hosts are known to only push these household products. So it's again very niche. Another channel, they might have just cooking shows. So they choose hosts that memang pandai masak, pandai talk about cooking methods, cooking secrets, cooking tips, and all that. So if you put me in a cooking show, I won't know what to say. I said, sedap ya. You know, so that's why you need to have your niche.
Thank you.
Okay, I hope it helps, but you know, you can always come back to us and ask questions and things like that, right? What do you guys think? What the other ladies? Do you have any advice for Delena?
I noticed that a lot of how do I say, celebrities like to me it's like another form of broadcasting to me lah, you know, macam So, but to me, I mean, I don't want to be famous. I mean, so I think that there should be limits sort of thing, because I notice especially in Malaysia, people will start judging you. Contohlah macam that lady who dulu dia pakai tudung, lepas tu sekarang dia tak dapat pakai tudung, and then like wow, like satu dunia, you know what I mean? I mean, those things are all personal. So you know,
Yeah, but when you
yeah.
decide to be in front of the camera, your life is no longer personal. Yeah.
So
So
basically, there's pros and cons. Yeah.
yeah. So, but there are like macam celebrities who are also very private. Like Siti Nurhaliza, she's a super celebrity, but you hardly know much about her kids, right? So I guess you just have to know how to draw the line, what you want to talk about, what you want to share. So there was one instance recently, I think Adeline, kan? How do you split your personal life from your professional life on social media? So social media is social media, it's public. So whatever you choose to share, you can expect it to go public. Even if your account is private, people can always screen share and spread the word, you know. So even your personal account, you need to be careful on what you post. If you don't think it'll be any good to your family, don't post. If you think it will actually work with potential clients, post. So always think that you are representing your brand, no matter where you are, whether it's your personal life ke tak.
Yeah, you become public listed when you go live. And I think for me, I feel that authenticity is the best policy, because then you don't need to, people know your character, and then they won't judge you so badly when you shift from one to another. So it's best to stay authentic all the time. That's what I feel, because I go live for fun. So for me, it's real life things that I'm talking about.
True.
So I don't need to hide behind. Okay, now I saw this person, I have to be properly make up. If I see the other person, I am like that. So when it's in my life, I go as usual. I don't doll up, so to say. So of course in the poster put cantik one.
Have to, ma. You want to attract people, kan? Okay, there's a question from Adeline. 3 customers as in groups or specific individual? What is, I don't really oh wait, 3 groups of customers, mom, fitness, American. What's the question actually, Adeline?
You were saying, right? Do the 3 customers that
Okay, 3 specific customer that already exist in your life. So for example, your auntie is your customer. She buys your what you're selling healthy snacks, right? Yeah. So what problem are you solving for her? And then another customer. So it's not groups but specific customer.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So you guys ready ke tak? Who wants to share your 3 customers and 3 problems that you're solving? Can I have 3 people share something? Anybody? I'm going to pull out people who have been quiet. I see. Okay. Mona
Thank God I
Lisa.
wasn't quiet.
Yes, make as much noise so I don't pull you out. Mona Lisa, do you want to share your customers?
Customer saya tak tadi saya ada jawab.
Tak apa, just jawab je. 3 customer and 3 problem.
Customer saya selalunya yang berkerjaya, kaum ibu dan traveller.
Okay, so how are you solving that problem? So Adeline, that's groups of customers kan, tapi tak apalah, we just go on with it. Okay.
Contohnya untuk yang kaum ibu, saya jual roti canai dan sambal tumis, pelbagai sambal tumis. Selalunya kaum ibu, diorang pagi-pagi untuk sarapan, diorang akan makan roti canai, bawa sambal untuk nasi lemak. Dan wanita carrier, diorang ni selalunya yang bekerja, mereka banyak masa kerja tapi tak dapat nak memasak. Sambal saya tu boleh dia sebagai bahan untuk masakan. Contohnya ikan bakar, buat sayur tumis. Buka je terus buat. Untuk traveller memang bawa sambal untuk mereka pergi. Kalau ada nasi je kosong boleh makan terus.
Dengan ikan masin.
Saya ada ikan masin, saya ada bubuk, saya ada ikan bilis, saya ada udang kering dan sotong kering.
Okay, so basically your solution to them is macam you provide easy food lah. Dia can bawa
easy food.
Dia boleh beli kerja, dia boleh, and then busy moms pun boleh buat just to serve sarapan pagi, betul? Okay, Mona Lisa, have you gone live before ke tak?
Saya pernah sekali live masa saya kursus saja. Tu pun kena condemn oleh coach sebab apa? Saya banyak tengok kiri kanan.
Tengok apa tu?
Macam apa tu gangguan sebab kita kan kawan-kawan ramai kita buat group. Jadi saya terganggu dan apa yang saya cakap selalu lari daripada tajuk. Saya tengok mereka sebab mereka bagi cakap ni. Lepas tu cakap ni.
Okay, so that means for yours, kalau boleh, usually kalau you go live, you talk about cooking ke about your product?
Saya cakap tentang produk lah.
Okay, so actually for you kan, I would suggest that because kita sometimes customers memang suka produk. Kalau dia suka your product, dia memang senang nak beli kan. Tapi yang customers yang baru ni, dia tak pernah jumpa your product, tak pernah dengar about your product also. So what you can do for new customers when you go live, possibly you boleh buat a cooking show. So you ada recipe, you in advance before you go live, you kata okay audience ni Sabtu depan ni I nak ajak you buat nasi lemak kat rumah, gunakan kita punya sambal. So you tell them to prepare what, and then you have a recipe list, ingredient list, and then you have your recipe. Or you don't share your recipe yet, you just share your ingredient list. Bila you go live, then you go step by step. This is how you cut your cucumber, you cut your bawang, because people macam ni dulu pun kat rumah when I stayed with my parents, I tak masak. But when I got married, that's when I had to cook because my husband is useless. He doesn't know how to cook. He doesn't want to learn how to cook. So I have to cook. And I didn't know how to clean fish. I didn't know how to clean chicken, get prawns, all that. I tak tahu tau. So these things, actually, you can actually also teach. Don't take for granted everybody knows how to cook. So you start from scratch. You have macam how to save time bila you masak ikan. How to make sure that ayam tu kat dalam tu memang tak mentah. You know, tak ada darah. So this kind of tips will actually help, and then you bawa your product in macam naturally. Oh, you know, I've got this sambal, which is something that will complement this dish, something like that. And then if you want this sambal, you just go to my website ke WhatsApp me ke Telegram me ke. You always have a call to action after your live show. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay, we have one more person. Let me choose. Don't phone fake me, Don't be shy, okay? All right, let me see. Karen, I see. Karen, you want to share your customers and the problem that you solve? She's ignoring me lah.
I have one, and I think everybody should know.
Okay.
Okay, right now, because the thing is, the e-commerce platform that I'm engaged to, finally, they've decided to become, they're more focused on what they want us live streamers to sell. So right now, as you guys know, it's a pandemic. Okay, so it's hard times, so that we're starting to sell those antigen test kits, masks, and if I'm not mistaken, nebulizer juga lah, okay, for those who have like asthma and all that. So for me, since you're asking about customers, I just suddenly I don't know whether you guys know the mask, you're supposed to cut it, because if you don't, because if you don't cut it, animals can get stuck into the string and all that. So a lot of people buy the mask. So that's my objective lah.
To teach. Okay.
To teach, to educate, explain about the product, how it can harm the environment, and then how to dispose properly, because apparently a lot of people are not doing that. So tu je, thank you.
Thanks, Zelina. Anyone else want to share? One more person before I go on to the next part. Okay, I'm going to go scroll through the list again. Rupa, you want to try?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great.
Well, Hanniz, mine is also to do with food. I'm currently actually doing pesto sauce business. So it's made with basil. So the three ideal or existing customers I have are people that work from home, busy working moms, as well as vegetarian and as well as for kids. Yeah. And the problem that I'm solving is for the working moms, the sauce is actually can be used as a dipper sauce or even, for your snacks. So it's very easy for them to just, boil the pasta and then prepare the meal. So it's a fast fix for busy people as well. It's more choices of sauces for the people who are vegetarian. And it allows kids as well to consume vegetables through a paste, because a lot of kids, they dislike vegetables. So by having a paste which is made of pure, vegan or vegetarian, plant-based, these kids are eating pastas. They love their mac and cheese. You can put the pesto sauce in there and they love it, and they don't even know they're eating vegetables.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so that's what I do.
Okay, so you're solving the problem, you're solving the parents' problem of serving veggies to their kids. That's one main thing.
Yeah.
So when you go live, have you gone live before?
No, I'm very shy.
Okay, tak apa. Afterwards, we can go live together in the group, okay?
All right.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to go next. Let me play this.
Can I share? Can I guess here?
Can I guess? Go ahead.
Okay, bit nervous, okay. Okay, because we do two business. One is selling the Bluetooth speakers and everything. But earlier I was seeing that in our team itself, a lot of them having some issue regarding the telecasting, doing live and everything, right? So we are looking for the customers, that three types of customers that's doing a small business, but they that is speakers and trainers and coaches, where they can utilize this particular place where we are providing the live streaming and also setting up for them the place, and then providing them the solution for their the internet having issue, right? So this all we sorting out, and also we are helping them to edit the basic video by putting their logo and all that. So am I covered that? So I don't know.
Okay, so you've got people who are starting out, small businesses. You've got trainers, definitely, who have their jobs jeopardized if they don't know how to go online. And the third one was who's apa?
Coaches and trainer and the speaker and small business that they are providing, but they don't have a proper platform and also the background. So we are using the green screen. Also, we are using softwares also to produce for them.
Okay, so actually,
and sometimes the video also, some of them don't know how to edit or put their logos inside that and then doing, right? So all that our team will do it.
Yeah, so actually when you go live, you've got so many things to share. Yeah, you can actually, there's so many technical tips, so you can have your own technical show. So teaching people the proper techniques, proper tools to use, proper equipment, what mistakes to avoid so they don't spend money like Adeline and then come back with useless products. So how to choose the right things, how to choose the right suppliers. If they don't, you don't want, you have to be as neutral as possible. You don't want to seem like, come buy from me only. So you are the person to go to when there's any technical problem. So you're not limiting yourself to a specific product, right? And I think it's a good time for you to go live. See, Adeline has got a nice ring light there. So you can show off your ring light afterwards, okay? All right.
Thanks,
So I'm gonna, no problem. Okay, I'm gonna continue.
Now we're going to plan your ideas, okay, before you go live. So things that you need to think of to help you structure your plan would be a possible theme, the day and time that you go live. Next would be what problem you want to solve, or the topics that you want to cover. On maybe specific days, you can do different things. So So perhaps Monday you could do problem solving, Wednesday you could do a different topic, Friday you could do a different topic. As long as every week you make it consistent. And then where will you be broadcasting? You want to broadcast on your personal page or your business page or your group page or even an event. What is the title of your video? This is very important so that you can capture the right audience. Okay, a catchy title is important to have. So some of the samples I will also share later. What is your call to action? What do you want people to do once they watch your video? Do you want them to just say bye, forget you, or do you want them to buy something from you, or do you want them to do a specific activity? For example, like for this workshop, what I want you to do would be to get your ideas down, and then once you get your ideas down, let's schedule a live session in a group which we can do together so we can practice our first round, right? And the next thing would be, what device would you be broadcasting from? Where will you be filming this video? Could it be from your home, from your room, from your garden, from somewhere? Because I think PKP is also lifting soon, so you don't have to worry about always being stuck in one location. We will be able to move outdoors soon, hopefully. And will you need extra gear if you're outdoors? You know, you need extra lighting, you need extra microphones because of the wind, the sound, the noise, and you also need perhaps the stabilizer so your camera doesn't shake, and of course your notes, right? So that you're always on point, you know what you're covering, you're sure that you've already covered what, or products already lined up. If you're selling products, say you're selling 5 products for today, you already know the price, you already know the description, you already know the ingredients, the story behind the product, and what promotions that you'll be selling during your live session, what you want your customers to do with the products, okay? Besides buying, of course. And next, before you go live, there are a few tips that I would like to share with you. Of course, we already covered the kind of content that you want to prepare, but some technical things I would also like to cover would be making sure that your phone is charged. Okay, if not, have a power bank on standby. Next would be to have a clear objective. Why you want to go live, as usual. Come up with the intriguing title. If you're going live on your business page, you should announce it. You should announce it in advance so people know to clear their date for you. Set up a tripod or selfie stick, like you know what I'm using now, so that you don't have to hold your phone or you try to balance it on some books or some objects and then they all slide down with your phone. It's quite embarrassing. So try just get a selfie stick. I bought mine for about 30 ringgit, I think. Not too expensive. You can get it from Digital Mall or Shopee. I'm sure people go Shopee, Lazada, all the online marketplaces. Connect a microphone if you're outdoors. A simple, a USB microphone will help. Connect to Wi-Fi and then switch to airplane mode if you're going live, because you don't want to have somebody call you on your phone. And you don't want a live session to be interrupted, obviously. So have your phone on airplane mode. Important. Relax. You might feel a lot of butterflies and everything, but feeling is something that is good. Stretch your face, stretch your tongue, and it'll help you from it will prevent you from getting too tongue tied. Okay, so do some exercises and make yourself comfortable. Do some stretches perhaps. Do this pose, the Wonder Woman pose, so that you'll feel confident. You do it now so you'll feel confident, and then run your voice through like a loud yawn. You might seem a bit crazy in front of your husband or your family members. Warn them in advance that this is something to be expected often. And then start high. Then your energy level has to be really high when you're live, because people want to watch people who are energetic. So go start high. You can go a bit down in the middle, and then go high again, and then go really low, and then go high again. So it's always a different momentum. People are always on a journey, on a story. When you're watching movies, you can't watch something that just goes, right? You want the excitement, you want somebody to be kidnapped, you want somebody to be killed, you want somebody to jump from a building. Tragic stuff and then the hero comes in, you know, and saves the day. So things like that. People want a story. They want some excitement. So add some entertainment if possible. While waiting for people to come on live, maybe you can have some music. You maybe can have a casual chat with somebody else before the audience, you know, the bigger crowd comes in. Okay, and make sure your camera is on when you go on live, and then check your lighting. No shadows around your face to make you look like a monster. Relax, smile, and you're ready to go live. After you go live, what do you need to do? You should download your video like I've taught you how to do, so that you can repurpose your video. What is this repurposing? This is where you break down your long 2-hour video into short 3-minute videos, for example. And these videos are going to be uploaded separately at maybe separate times over the weeks on YouTube, on Facebook page, on Facebook group, on Twitter, everywhere that you are present on, so that a lot of people can see what you're doing. And you can always have a little outro at the end of each short video to link them back to the long original video. Okay, so that's to bring traffic back to the video that you went live on, so that you get more views, and hopefully from there you can tell them to look out for your next live session. Okay, make sure that you like and reply to questions immediately when it's live. Don't ignore your audience when you're talking about something. Suddenly you shocked already, you ramble about your product, about how wonderful your life is, and then you forget to check what people are saying about your live video. So check your comments. If you don't think you can check your comments because you're live and maybe you're far away from your laptop or your phone, get somebody to moderate the comments for you, to answer questions from your audience, or to relate their questions to you so you can answer them live, and then they can type back the question and the answer in the comment box for you. Okay, choose the right thumbnail. So once you've already done your live video, right, if you want to download it, you've downloaded it and you want to upload it to other channels, use a visual which is attractive so people want to check it out. Okay, and after sharing, uploading to everywhere else, you can also include captions or subtitles, because sometimes people watch videos without sound, especially if they're in public places. So you have some free software that will help you to add in subtitles. Even YouTube helps to add subtitles, so check that out. Okay, and then once you really got a feel of going live, relax and think back, okay, what could have been done better, and then do better the next round. It's all about improving yourself every live session. Okay, so we've come to the next part, and we're going to talk about 7 ways small businesses can use Facebook Live. So I'm going to pause for a break and we'll come back soon.
I am not going to pause for a break because we don't have much time left, but I want to cover some titles that you can actually, how to make your video titles more catchy. Okay, so I think there's usually questions about that. How do I make people want to watch my live videos? So let's go to what makes a good title. I'm going to share this. Okay. All right. So a good title would be vivid and descriptive. So it doesn't take up too much characters. Usually about 30 characters is good. Not words, characters, okay? A good title will tell them what to expect. So Delina, when you're going live, even if you're covering a range of products, tell them what they can expect from that video before you go live, okay? And when people are actually searching for how to save animals from getting killed by mass, that is a title that you can use because it's unique. So be as specific as possible, something that people will usually use when they're searching for videos. That's keywords. So for example, grooming Maine Coon kittens, or how to make easy Malaysian pancakes, something which will be easily searchable. right? And it offers a solution to the problem. So it touches people, the viewers on emotion, and it promises juicy secrets, tips, and things like that, right?
Can I say something?
Of course.
Since you brought this up.
Yep.
So last week, I noticed a lot of people are looking for oximeters. So what I tried was one of the live stream, I just focused on oximeters. And true enough, a lot of people were interested. A lot of questions were asked. There's so many oximeters in the market ranging from less than 20 ringgit to over 100 ringgit. And this is very good. This is very niche, very targeted. And you're right, it's very, it's very easy for the audience.
Correct.
To be familiar, to know what you're offering lah, macam tu. So you're very right about this. Thanks.
Okay. No problem. Okay. Next. Okay, some of you will say, alamak, what do people look for, right? So for example, Peggy, because Peggy's face is here, so I can see her and I will always kacau her. So Peggy, what do you want to write in your title? What do you think people will look for?
Oh, empowering you by coaching.
Okay, but it's quite generic though. What are you coaching on?
Life development.
Is there a specific thing in terms of life development?
No, because the agenda belongs to the participant. So I don't draw the map.
Ah, okay. But if you are having your own Facebook Live on your own Facebook page, what you can do is before you go live, you want to know what to talk about specifically, you can actually go to Google Keyword Planner in AdWords. Okay, you just put it in the browser, and then you can look for the proper keywords, how much traffic it comes to that specific keyword. I will also share with you. Wow, May, I love your sunglasses lah. Someone by the beach side. Alamak, terror lah you. Okay.
Hanniz, I've been doing a lot of research on coaching, but the thing is, I think there's an opportunity there because the actual heart of coaching is not really translated into actions in a way. When you Google search, you come up with a lot of different ideas on coaching. So that's why I'm also doing a research. You give me an idea, I should do a research paper on this, what really coaching is all about.
Yes, and you're welcome. And people like me, we like to self-develop ourselves. You know, we don't want to remain static. So, but in different stages of our lives, we have different problems to solve. So, for example, right now, I'm in my 40s, right? So the things I would look for would be how to make my money work for me, for example. So I would look for a coach to help me to invest better, for example. But for people who are younger, they're starting out their careers. They don't know how to go for job interviews. They don't know how to communicate, even how to write resumes, even though the colleges promise them to do this for them, teach them how to do that. A lot of young people don't know how to do this. And that's where a career coach comes in. So you could say, if you're doing a live video, if you're a career coach, you could say how to make sure that you get an interview. Five ways to get an interview.
Okay.
And if you want to be more specific, 5 ways to get a job interview, right? Or if you're a startup, you're looking for funding and you have already found your funding and you want to share what you learned to other startups. You could say, how my startup got 5 million ringgit. Something like that. Yes. So something that is straight to the point and people know what they're getting out of it.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, cool. And people always see the first few words first. So try to push your juicy stuff to the beginning of the title. So the frills and all that can go to the back, but your main objective has to come to the front. Okay. And again, how-tos always work better. So a question format in your title works. So another thing would be using numbers and lists. So top 5 best dishes to use my sambal, or top 5 best ways to get out of a parking ticket, or if you're a lawyer, top 5 ways to get my natural curls straightened, something like that. If you're selling hair hair products, right? And people are always having this fear of losing out. They register for events but don't turn up. So obviously, you want to create something so secretive that they need to attend your video to actually learn from that. They won't get it anywhere else. Okay, so Kaneges, maybe you can say how to make sure that you always look good on camera. Or what, May? What are you selling, May?
Sorry?
What are you selling?
We are selling sound light LEDs. Sorry.
Oh,
we are selling a headset, Bluetooth speakers.
Okay. Well, May, what are you selling?
I'm a retiree. I don't say anything.
You're selling your knowledge. People can learn from you how to retire at 50 or how to so things like this, like what is your objective? Why do you want to go live, May?
Basically, I like travel, solo travel particularly, and I like to experiment in eating.
Okay.
I like to show people, you know, the various type of food, you know, those vloggers and all that. I love that.
Okay, so you're more like you're selling a lifestyle, you're selling a dream. So once you retire, you can, people who have retired, they come to you and they can travel with you virtually. They can learn about the new cuisines around the world, because right now you can just find videos from anywhere from YouTube and then, you know, incorporate it into your live stream. How you need that will be, of course, that OBS system, because you want to combine a live stream and a video, right? So I think Kaneges can help you with that, I'm sure. So now we have this, we have lists, we've got 4 more, we've got expert tips from May about travel and good cuisine. And you have to make sure that you are always on the audience heartbeat. You know, what excites them? What excites them? What are they looking for? Trigger the emotions. And again, like what Peggy said, be sincere, be authentic. Don't try to sell something that you're not. So by creating clickbait or being too sensational or being too salesy will just push people away. For example, a lot of marketing gurus nowadays, attend my course, it's free, and get ringgit 1 million in a month. These things are very clickbait and very salesy, but they don't tell you what is involved in actually getting that 1 million ringgit. It could be investing 2 million ringgit to get 1 million ringgit. So be as straightforward as possible and be as honest as possible. And so these are some of the call of actions that you want, that after you have done your live stream, you want your viewer to either go to your main landing page in your website. You want your viewer to possibly get a meeting with you for a one-on-one consultation, or even in a group consultation. You want people to go and visit your product page, whether even if you're selling on Shopee or Lazada, you want them to go somewhere and do something. Or if you are a content provider, you're just creating content and knowledge, sharing knowledge. What you want them to subscribe to your videos, make sure that you remind them to follow you on your page and get notified when new live videos come. So you can tell them, I'm here every Wednesday and Friday at 5. Do come and, you know, support me and be prepared with your questions and whatnot. Okay, so that is the video call. And of course, it depends on what you're selling. So what is your ideals, your videos ideals next step? For example, if you are new in live streaming, which stage is your viewer at? Are they at the awareness stage of your brand? Are they at the conversion stage? Or are they at the consideration stage? Actually, it comes in this order: brand awareness first, consideration, that means they're doing the research and not only relying on you. Once they have considered and they like you, then the third stage comes in, the conversion stage, right? And then of course, the next one would be the nature of your content. How are you providing your content? Is it a very serious way, very serious topics? Like some lawyers, they talk about getting permits and things like that, cross borders, or getting licenses to practice a certain occupation. So it depends again on your content. So not all live streamers will have to go through all these stages that I mentioned earlier. Okay. Okay, so we've done this and I'm going to go to my next video. Give me 2 minutes. Any questions so far? So far, okay, yeah? Shucks, and let me just go through the chat. Yes, practice, practice, practice. That makes it perfect. And go live, and then view your video again after that, so you know where to correct yourself. Okay. I've seen a lot of live streamers. They are they don't know how to present themselves. They're not as confident, but over time you see the improvement, you know. Yes, May, I am on LinkedIn as Hanniz Lam. And I will put in my number here. You can always WhatsApp me. Right. Okay. All right. Now let me play my third video. This is a fast one. These are some of the ways that you can go live. Sorry, my laptop pula decided to want to hang a bit. All right, let's play.
Okay, so now we've come to the part where we talk about 7 ways you can use live videos for your business. Okay, for the first option would be to actually teach something. Like for example, Anta Solutions, we are planning to go more often on our Facebook page, going live to talk about e-commerce, to talk about social commerce, to talk about social media, things that are happening in basically new softwares to help your business automate anything that is related to online businesses. Okay, so that's what we are going to teach about. We're going to have short sessions, most probably every week. And trying to share about developments in selling on Facebook, trying to maybe have a bit of entertainment. We're not sure yet. We're still working that out. It's something that we've been mulling over, but because time is always so limited, so we are just trying to dedicate the time to do this, you know. Also, another way to actually go live would be to go behind the scenes. They call it BTS. If you are a BTS ARMY member, then you might think, oh, is that the Korean band? But it's not. Behind the scenes, BTS would basically show your audience what is happening with your brand. I know we had I had a few workshops prior to this one, and some of the participants, they said, what do we talk about behind the scenes? I mean, it's not very glamorous, for example. And well, it doesn't have to be glamorous. It's just to show the reality of things, how you're coming up with a new product, how you are tweaking your old product, how you're making it better in terms of formula maybe, or in terms of packaging, or in terms of the different target groups that you are targeting. So for example, maybe last time you were thinking that your bath products are just suitable for teenagers, but now you realize that, hey, actually moms need it too. So you're gonna try to change your messaging, and this is the time when you go live, you'll be targeting the audience by asking them questions. So you could be asking them, so you've been using our product for some time. Do you think your mom will like something like this? What do you think your mom will like? Because you're already targeting the teenagers, for example, right? Teenagers maybe who are not brand conscious. They just want things that are in line with their values, because nowadays young people, they don't really go for brands so much as they go for something that they support, a cause that they support, the brand story that they support. So it's time for you to build on your brand story and to get your audience involved with your brand. So when they're involved, they feel that they are important, or what they say is important, and that will make a big difference. They will tend to be more loyal to your brand. Even though I said it's not brand conscious, I would mean that, you know, not brand conscious in a way that they're not so conscious about going for luxury brands as much maybe as before. They might still go for it once in a while, but right now their focus is usually more on the community causes or environmental causes or a cause that helps people. And now that, you know, a lot of people need help, maybe it could be part of your message to help a certain community. So for looking back at if you are providing bath products, right? Just for example, you could say with 1 bar of soap that you buy, we will also give 1 bar of soap to somebody who's homeless. Something like that. So it makes a difference when somebody pays a little bit more for your product. They know that your product will go to some good, right? And that's behind the scenes for bath products. Did you know that some people don't bathe? They only bathe like 2 to 3 times a week. That's something that some celebrities actually shared recently, and there was such a hoo-ha. So anyway, so behind the scenes, rather than, okay, so it's just not just about products. It could also be about sharing new staff that has joined your team, or if you're a solopreneur, you could be sharing about what you're working on in terms of planning, maybe because you're now at the starting stage. You are just thinking about your finances, you're thinking about your packaging, you're thinking about suppliers, you're thinking about your logistics, you're thinking about how to get your product out there, right? So many things to talk about because you are learning, and whatever you're learning, you can actually share with your audience as well, because they want to know what's happening with you, why should they support you, how can they support you. So when you share your real stories, your true stories, they're more inclined to feel that they know you as a person, and they will most likely want to support you. So that is about team members. It could be a celebration as well, a team celebration. If you have a team, you're celebrating your first sale, or you're celebrating a new client, or even moving to a new place or a new office, or celebrating the fact that you can go back to the office if you've been working at home, or even having a luncheon together. So many things you can actually share. So don't think too much. You know, you don't have to be perfect when it comes to behind the scenes. It should be as raw as possible. Presentation wise, of course, it should be presentable. You don't want things in the shadows and people have to guess where is she, what she's doing, right? So you get the drift. So those are two ways of using live. So that number 1 is to teach, and number 2 is to go behind the scenes. Number 3 is once you have established yourself, people know you as a person, or people know you as a brand. You have kind of like maybe gotten 1,000 followers, or even 5,000 followers. As long as you've got like a good enough number of fans or followers on whichever channel, try to bring them to one channel and just say, okay, today is Ask Me Anything Day. So it's a session where maybe you could have it every once a month or something, where you talk about your products, and then you ask your audience to give their feedback on this new product. Or you can even ask them to ask you things that they might have been having trouble with. If you're selling, for example, software, they just couldn't get okay, for example, if you are a website designer and your customers are having trouble with using some of your templates, because you sell templates. You don't only just customize, you also sell ready-made templates, and they're having trouble changing the fonts or something like that to be suitable to the brand image that they have. So you could be answering questions pertaining to technical issues or problems that they are facing, or even general challenges that they may be facing. Yeah. So that is Ask Me Anything Day. After that, you could also go breaking news. So this is more maybe suitable more for bloggers, or more for journalists or influencers, or even agencies. If you're a if you are selling, for example, detergent, let's just say you're selling household items, breaking news. Now you don't need to use soap anymore. You can just use this. This was actually created by Elon Musk. So it contains microbes, which when you just pour one tiny teaspoonful of these microbes into water, it would be able to already be able to clean whatever you want, whether it be metal, whether it be plastic, whether it be dirt or grime. Just 1 teaspoon of this formula, everything's solved. Something like that. Or it's not just about your product, it could be about industry news. So for example, like you're selling household detergents, right? So it could be a new formula that has been created out there. Or okay, another example, maybe an easier example could be, you write about homes, or you write about home and decor. Okay, so breaking news could be a celebrity moving into a new house, or a celebrity encountering a ghost in her house, or some revolutionary kind of furniture, that saves space, or a table that can change into a chair, or a chair that can change into a car. I don't know, something breaking, like something exciting. That is what people want, a bit of excitement, updates that's happening around them, which they might not be able to find on mainstream news. So this is where you come in. Next could be a talk show. This is what I really actually enjoy doing. I had my own talk show last year when we encountered our first MCO, the first lockdown in my life. So never before, and people were feeling like, what the hell is going on? What do I do? How do I survive? I'm so lonely. So what I did was I actually tried to get a few people to come and share the screen with me. We had one-to-one talks. I had talks with restaurants. I had talks with mental health specialists. I had talks with angels in the community, people who just help for the sake of helping. I had talks with HR managers, how to find the right people to hire during that time. So many interesting topics that we can talk about. So if you need ideas, you just want to bounce them off us, off me, or off my team, just do so, because there's a lot of things that you can talk about talk shows. You can even do more entertainment bits. I think you will be familiar with Harith Iskandar. So he's not just a comedian, he has also done recently a lot of important interviews with important people. So you don't have to always restrain yourself to be industry specific, but perhaps that would be, of course, best because you know your industry. But when you have a little bit of flavor from different opinions from different industries, it's a bit more fun, right? You could have your own comedy show, you could have your own game show, not all the time, maybe once a week, maybe twice a month, as long as you keep it consistent. And then we have unboxing. Okay, this is done by Sarah, my colleague, recently. She has her own show on YouTube, which is called She's All That. She speaks about business, entrepreneurship, not just for women, but yes, it's women-centric, but of course men can actually benefit from whatever she's sharing. So she actually had 2 really good episodes when it came to shopping. People like to see people shopping. So there was one episode where she was showing herself going to a jewelry shop to look for rings and bracelets and all that. It's something new for her because she never actually bought jewelry before. I know. How did she do that? I've been buying jewelry since I was a kid. So yeah, so she just bought her real silver accessories. rings and bracelet, I think, right, Sarah? So that's what she got, and people just loved she was covering. She went to the shop, she talked about the shop, and she showed some of the products that they had, some of the jewelry that they had, and some of the jewelry that she was interested in. And then the camera follows her into her purchasing, and then followed her to lunch where she puts on the jewelry and shows it off, and people just loved it. Another thing would be, for example, she did another one which was for scarves, I think. So she was talking about the new scarves that she had, the colors that that were available by this brand, and the views for that was also pretty good. That was on her own.
Sorry lah.
Coming to she's on that again. She did another unboxing for
makeup
makeup. So it was just a few minute thing, but the audience just kind of like gulped it down. They like to watch her actually
Yeah, this
unbox
kind of
whatever she got online. So
highest
if you are a shopper, you like to shop online, don't think, okay, perhaps not everything is suitable to be unboxed live, for example, underwear, or maybe, right? But other things, you could show how the process of you buying stuff for your business, maybe, like if you want to plan to go live and you want to buy the accessories that I mentioned earlier, the external microphones and lighting and all that, maybe you can show them your journey of actually investing in all these things, because you could say that something is up, something exciting is around the corner, and we're investing in a few things that could actually help with engaging with you more, with our audience more, right? Something like that. Also, if you notice, if you're in the toy industry, you could actually work with kids to bring them onto your show to show them new toys that you're launching, for example.
Okay, I think we have got to flip it this way. Oh, cool. I didn't even see this image. Look at that. Oh, you can color that in. Cool. There's a color key and there are numbers. That is awesome. Maybe we'll do that, maybe not. It is just taped all over, of course. Oh, I'm so excited. All right, are we ready? I'm opening. Oh, whoa. Look at all this stuff. There are tons and tons of pieces in here. Wow. Okay. This is gonna take a while. Hopefully not. Hopefully I can just speed it up for you guys. So there are instructions right here. I hope. I'm guessing. I just ripped half the box. All right, it looks like we have some stickers in here. Dump everything out. All right, we've got some floor or maybe for the roof. Cool, we have some awesome rugs in this baggie. Some stickers. And then, of course, our guide. Okay, where should we begin? Number one. Okay, let me.
Or if you are, say, selling, okay, hotels are now reopening, right? So say you're a hotel, you could actually invite people to come to your hotel to have a walk through with the new things that you're offering to them, post lockdown, special deals perhaps, and special deals that are only available during this live show. That means they need to use a special code for them to benefit from enjoying discounts or a freebie or something like that.
So this one is basically he just walked through his hotel, but he didn't really talk much. If he had actually talked more, you would see a lot more engagement. Right now, you see there's a 500 plus likes, which is pretty good just for a video without any noise or voice. In terms of comments, you can see that people are interested in just looking at what's there out there. So people can also start planning their travels. So Peggy, travels, when you want to start back, can do this. This is a hotel which did not rely just on people staying there. Oops, sorry about this. They actually showed their buffet line, so people can come and discover what they are offering. Okay, I think a lot of hotels here were affected. There's no Raya, Ramadan, Chinese New Year cuisine anymore, but hopefully soon enough things will be, I don't know, back to normal maybe. I know that a lot of hotels are also catering now, and they're also providing laundry service. So if you're in a hotel line, you can actually go live and tell people that this is something that you're also doing. Spa services, maybe spa products, if you cannot do the massages, so they can buy from the website or pre-buy.
Another thing you could do, okay, in terms of unboxing per se, could be unboxing of household goods. Say you're buying groceries. Not so interesting, but who knows? Maybe people have that liking to see groceries being unboxed, or electronics, then you can explain the features of these things. Or even if you're buying personal products like shampoo or hand sanitizers or something like that, these things are what people are actually looking for nowadays. They're they're shopping online for clothes still, they're shopping online for shoes. So common things that you think that might not be exciting is actually exciting for people. And especially if these live shows are targeting audiences which are overseas. So this comes back to cross-border selling, okay? When you're thinking of live shows, don't think that your audience is just local, because right now you can actually target the global market. So if you're thinking of exporting your products, this is a great way to get your brand out there without having to go into expensive marketplaces like Amazon or Lazada or Shopee. Okay, I'm not saying Lazada or Shopee is expensive, but there is a percentage of that. There is a commission that they charge you to use their marketplace, right? And if you want to be present more, you need to boost your ads, boost your shop presence. So many things that you need to do to market. But if you're already live, and you're sharing cultural things that are not common for, say, the Western world, they might find whatever you're sharing very interesting. So you can even show them how people work in Kuala Lumpur, if you are based in Kuala Lumpur or any other city that you are in right now. Okay, so I was actually very nicely surprised to actually watch this YouTuber. She is a Japanese. She has a Malaysian boyfriend. She used to be Japanese or Korean, one of them anyway. She used to be an air stewardess, but because no one really can fly anymore, so she decided to document her life. So she shares things about culture shocks. She shares things about her previous experiences as an air stewardess. She shares things about the funny things that Malaysians do, which are very new to Japanese or Korean culture, and little things that we take for granted. So when you do that live, people can actually ask you, so what's that about? And you can actually start talking to them and things like that. Why? Life doesn't mean you need to sell something all the time, right? It's more about building a personal connection with the people that are watching you, and the more people get connected with you, more followers obviously, and after some time, when things are a bit more steady, you can start to monetize on this audience that you built. It will take time. There's no shortcut to it. We are feeling it. It's always hard to go to that 1,000 followers or 1,000 fans. Always hard, but let's work together as a team to grow our followers together. I'm sure if we do it together, we're accountable to each other, we will see results soon enough. Okay, and then we have number 7, live selling. So live selling is something that I've been talking about for ages. I think for the past 3 to 4 months, I've been talking about social commerce. So if you've not actually attended some of my previous workshops about social commerce or e-commerce, then this is something that I just want to share with you. Social commerce is where your buyers are watching you live, and they can immediately buy during your live session without leaving the social media channel. So for example, I'm using Facebook Live right now, right? And I'm gonna be selling you our special mugs, our mugs with our funny logos or funny memes or funny slogans, right? I'm gonna tell you, okay, for this particular mug, it's gonna, if you want this mug right now, it's gonna cost you 5 ringgit. If you want to buy it after this session, it's gonna be 10 ringgit. So if you want it right now, type in M plus 1, and then when the customers actually type that code in into the live chat, they will receive a message in their Facebook Messenger, because we're doing this on Facebook Live, for example, and they will get a message with the confirmation order and a link to the invoice, so they know, okay, this is what I ordered. This is how I'm gonna pay. So everything is so streamlined that you don't risk losing your customer halfway. This tends to happen a lot with new sellers. They're not familiar with this concept. They're not familiar with social commerce per se, because this is something which is really prominent in China, and we are going towards that direction, Malaysia and Singapore and Indonesia, but we're still backward, right? Still a bit backward, right? We're very raw in terms of presentation, and we don't really know how to talk to the audience and things like that, compared to the Chinese influencers and brands. So they've been using this to actually leverage on not having to lose customers halfway. So people here are more used to asking your customers to WhatsApp you once during the live session. Hey, you want this product? WhatsApp this number with this code, for example. So there's another, that is actually making it one step harder, not just for the customer, but also for yourself, because your team will then have to go through the WhatsApp messages and actually double check that they don't lose orders or miss out orders or get orders wrong, With a system in place, everything is automated. You don't have to worry about missing out on orders or missing out on comments. If you're just depending on people going through the orders that are placed in the comments, mistakes tend to happen. So when there's a system in place, there's no risk of that happening. What else? So I'm just gonna show you the dashboard. If you plan to sell online later on, right? Once you have established yourself, you're comfortable in front of the camera, we have already established ourselves in our Facebook group, you're ready to sell, then you can explore the software that we sell. So I'm not selling to you right now, because I know most of us are not ready yet, right? Right now, my duty to you is to just make sure that you are comfortable with going live and talking to the audience and trying to get your ideas together. Okay, so let's go through the dashboard. This is how it's going to look. You will be going to our Facebook page, Untitled Solutions, and I'll give you the instructions on what to do and what to type in, and then you can see how it works. So if you know anyone who might benefit from it, who knows? It's a plus point for the seller, then and of course for us. So I guess that would be the 7 ways that you can use Facebook Live. And I think that you should be a bit more ready. So we'll go deep dive into actually going live. And thank you for joining this session. If you've got any comments, of course, just leave it in the comment box. Any questions as well, and then we'll go through them together. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we're done with the leggy.
So now we've come to the part where we talk about 7 ways you can use live videos for your business. Okay, so the first option would be to actually teach something. Like for example,
all right, my video wanted to go on without me. Okay, so the dashboard, it actually takes about 20 minutes to go through, but I think some of you might already have plans after lunch, dating, whatever. So I'm just going to share the Facebook group punya apa? Group name. Okay. I'm also lagging already, just like my computer. All right. This should be it. It's a very long address. Put it here. I don't know why the address is super long, but it should bring you there. So Rina can also join in, and whatever startup updates ke apa ke, you can always put it in there. We're all a family now, whether you like it or not. So, all right. Do you want to go into the group to go live, or you want to have a absorb time, relax, and then we go live at a different time?
Would you like to continue with the session or wait at a different time because it's already 12 o'clock?
Yeah.
Another time will be better. Then everybody will have their product ready. Then just shoot. Then we do the group selling together. Then at least it's a business for them.
Okay. Yes, I want to promote your business. So, what we'll do is right now your duty is to know your theme, your date, your time where you are going to go live on your own. That's one. And then in the Facebook group, I will also post a time that we can all join in for an event per se lah, so that you guys can prepare yourself, make yourself pretty again. Now oily a bit kind of lunchtime. And then maybe prepare your script. I know Mona Lisa, you had not Mona Lisa, I think somebody else, she was saying she had a script, but her script all lari, right? So we need to focus on what we want to project on that day, so we don't macam gelabah and get lost. Okay. All right. So please join the Facebook group. Any questions so far for what we've covered today, ke tak? Norliza, thumbs up. Patricia, thumbs up. All right. All ready to go live. Brenda, I will add you definitely. Okay, yes, the group name is the group link is there, Ong. You can check out the group link.
Join what?
Rina,
okay.
Rina, can share the recorded video, please?
Yeah, okay, we'll do.
Okay,
Thank you, darling.
Thank you, babes. Thank you for spending the whole half day with me. I hope you've gotten something out of it. I'm here. You've got my number too. If you've got any questions, you can always message me. If I miss out your message because I'm selling prawns or whatever, just wait patiently and I'll reply. Okay.
Where are you selling your prawns?
I sell it actually in Bangsai area, Taman Puteh area.
Near me. I buy prawns. I go and look for you.
All right.
You're doing live or you're really stationed at somewhere to sell prawns?
The prawns I do pre-order.
Oh, okay.
Quite messy lah, do prawns like that. Ayo, no lah.
Because you need the freshness.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're doing live, then we'll all come and
come and support you.
We'll support.
Yeah.
Actually, I've seen in the last year, in the beginning of MCO, people were actually selling prawns and fish and all that live, and
yes.
I saw people they were actually ordering.
Yes, actually, seafood live super popular, especially when they come fresh from the sea. Frozen foods are also popular. Electronics, not so much yet, but gold is so popular. So you gold shops are doing really, really well online, especially in Kelantan, and they're selling by bulk. So it's not just one piece. They're selling wholesale nowadays. Selling fish, crabs, yeah, memang. So
I like live crabs.
Live crabs, yeah. They're also selling macam salmon and things like that. So I think if you go into Facebook Watch and you put there seafood, you should be able to see all the live shows.
We should have cooking prawn together demonstration so that we can also sell prawn for you.
That'll be fun, kan?
Yeah.
Hanniz, I wanted to say thank you so much for today's session because I've been thinking to go live. Tapi when you want to go live, takut tau sendiri. So it's like when we have a group together, it doesn't feel like, oh, so awkward. So I thank you so much for the session.
No problem. You're not alone anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I so agree with Zuri. Like when I do it with others, I'm so comfortable, and when people ajak me, I will actually do the sharing. But I never like wanted to even do my own one. After this, I don't know, but
we can do a group live. That means we have like a macam, for example, some of you girls do coaching. So we could have a live coaching session in the group just to test out before you go into public.
I'm offering myself if anybody wants me to be moderator. I usually volunteers for that. I can be the moderator for you all.
That'll be fun.
Then already, cannot stop you from posting, man. You will be the one that want to go in front and then post.
Then I have to start banning already by that time.
But Hanniz, I do want to ask a question too. You were saying that, you know, when people do the live part, right? And then they get the orders from there. But if we are not doing sales, for example, and we should be ready when people are interested with your products, for example, right? And what do we do? Do we direct them to our website and get them to purchase or how?
Okay, for the start, as a start, I think you can actually direct them to your website page. You can also give them an option of WhatsApping you if you have a team to actually take in orders. If you don't have a team, you think you'll be lagging in replying to WhatsApp messages, ask them to go directly to your website, because once you have that gap between the an inquiry and a response, usually the shopper will already look somewhere else. So you don't want to lose that opportunity. Immediately bring them where they can buy, and don't go to a generic page. 2 days ago, I was sharing something that IKEA did. They had a pre-recorded video where they were selling their pots and pans. So they put it as a Facebook Live. That means they stream a pre-recorded video to their live stream. So it appears live lah, but it's not live. So they cannot actually, the host in the video cannot actually answer your questions live. So when you're interested in a specific product, you click on that product, it goes to the website, it comes to a generic page. And then the shopper needs to go through the whole page again to look for that specific product, which wastes a lot of time. The brand might think, oh, actually, pandai ma, IKEA, you know, you have to go through the kitchen before you go to the bathroom, before you go to the living room. But it doesn't work like that online. When you're online, you already kind of know what you want and you want it now.
Hanniz, last time I saw like I was talking to one of the web developer, but I'm not so skilled in the technical side lah. Then he told me like for the China, the ladies they sell online, right? Straight away they can, once they mention the code will like direct them to the link to purchase, right? On the spot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what actually our system does. But for Facebook first, Facebook is relatively cheaper than having a live integration in your website. There are two options that we have. So Facebook Live is better for small-time sellers who are starting out, who are still testing the market. And e-commerce live will be something for more established brands. They're already making maybe 100,000 a month or something like that. So they don't mind investing in that system. In the Facebook Live, what happens is when people comment M+1, for example, that M+1 is captured in the dashboard. And immediately the customer will receive the order and invoice. So you don't lose anything. You don't lose time. You don't lose the customer. And then sometimes customer forget to contact you after the live show. They're so excited. And after that, they forget, they go shopping somewhere else. So this system really is real time. Once you end the live session, you have a clear inventory. You can check how much stocks you have left, even during your live session when you're selling, so you don't sell more than you have. The system does not allow you to sell more than you have.
Yeah.
So you don't have the embarrassing thing that happens sometimes when you don't have a system in place.
Yeah.
So basically for small startup, is everything to be done manually for now, correct?
Starting out, do manually dulu. Until you get the flow, you get your followers. Try to get 1,000 views. Try to get 500 comments. Then you're ready to implement a system.
Oh, that's good to know. At least you know a benchmark of you know where I think I consider I am
ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, because after 500 orders or 500 comments, you'll definitely be having trouble to track all your orders coming in already.
Okay.
Hanniz, you said your company provide this service as well, is it?
Yes, we do. So maybe later on when we have the Facebook group, I will schedule a time where we can see the dashboard together.
Okay, appreciate that.
All right. Any other questions? Oh, prawns cultured or from sea? It's from Port Klang. So it's from Carey Island. So it's sea. Okay. Any other questions outside of my prawns?
Food is always a good topic.
Yeah. Anyone else before we go off and break for our weekend?
Hanniz. Thank you, Hanniz. Love your session.
Welcome. Yes, Patricia.
We don't have products to sell, right? But we wanted to try out our live. What topic do we talk about? Is it okay to talk about live, sharing information?
Yes, knowledge base. So what are you known for, Patricia?
My friends know me for books.
Books, okay. So good, you can have actually live book clubs. So you can actually start reading excerpts from the from a specific book. So for that 1 month, maybe, okay, book club, we're going to talk about Charles Dickens, blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to sound smart here, but actually I can't remember his titles. So you can just say, this month we're going to cover Charles Dickens. Join me every Saturday, 1 to 2 o'clock, and then we'll go through the highlights, and then after that we can discuss. So the moderator or the host needs to be able to ask questions to the crowd, ask them what they've learned out of this one chapter perhaps, and then what they want to share on their side. So if you can actually do a group live, you can even invite your followers to come onto the stage to talk about what they think about the book.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And later on, once you've established that platform, people come you to have to talk about books and literature and everything. You can even sell books later on.
Yes.
Thank you, Hanniz.
Betul.
Betul. Okay lah.
Must start, you don't know. Must start. The worst can be is that you don't sell anything.
Betul.
But you didn't waste your time.
Malu will rugi lah.
Nobody will malu one because nobody actually knows you when they don't see you.
So now we know each other, so we shouldn't be malu with each other anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Make all your mistake now. Make all your mistake now. Because you're supposed to go out and make millions. I'm waiting for my coffee.
Yeah, I think it's actually achievable, but not within a month or two.
Yeah, I know.
This is a long-term game. So even if you are familiar with Gary Vaynerchuk, he's from VaynerMedia. Gary V. He's known for his marketing skills, and you've only known about him the past 2 years maybe, but he's been doing the work for 10 years.
Yep.
So be patient. You will get there. Don't give up halfway lah.
It's the journey. It's the journey.
Yeah. Okay, so if no questions, then let's celebrate our weekend.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hanniz. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, Hanniz. See you.
Okay, before you leave, I do have some announcements to make. All right. Okay, first of all, just thank you so much, Hanniz, for such a lovely session. Now, we hope you found the session to be very helpful. So please keep exploring and practice to master all the features that she's taught you, okay? And before we end this session, we'd love to hear your feedback. So as usual, I will launch a poll to see how the session was for everyone.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, we have a lot more workshops coming up in throughout the whole year. So we would really appreciate it if you can comment in the chat box, what else would you like to learn? So we can plan our content or workshops that will be very beneficial for you. And we can look for the right trainers so we can help you better, okay? So please do post your suggestions in the chat box. And also, now if you love the workshop, that was just one of the many sessions that we are providing you throughout the whole year, and they are all free, okay? So if Sorry. And we have the Rapid Response and Recovery Program. The next cohort is happening on the 6th of September. So if you like this content, or you would like our help to rethink or re-strategize your business, that is the right program for you. And our registration is still open. So if you have any questions, please do reach out to me or anyone from Startup Malaysia. Will be so happy to help you. That is all from me. So thank you so much for joining us today. Have a good weekend, everyone. Stay safe.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you,
Thank
Hanniz.
you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.